But he
I don't.
does own several milking tables. You're
Does milking
right.
your prostate count as factory farming in Morrissey's eyes?
That's track three. Is milking your prostate factory farming? And with that, we're off.
And with that, we're off.
Welcome, everybody, to a very special all hands together. We're all in this to win this edition, the 100th episode of the Devil's Work podcast.
Yay.
Yay.
We made it. We did it.
We
There's
did it.
we watched 100 movies. I think there's at least 100 more.
There's over 100. Yeah, we're well over 100 at this
You
point.
mean
The quick-
total
Yeah.
movies?
Yeah, like
In
like
the world?
like more movies to cover. There's got to be at least 100 other movies, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
one,
good.
one,
Yes.
one a year or two a year
Yeah,
since
yeah.
the beginning of movies.
I think so. After that train pulled into the station, it was off to the races.
Yeah, we're the Devil's Work podcast. We watch fucked up horror movies and we tell them back to you so you don't gotta watch them, but you should.
Yeah.
And today we're obviously covering a very special one. The namesake of this show is actually from this movie, so this is actually this is why we decided to do this.
Yeah, it was the only thing that could be. We
Yeah,
talked about a
exactly.
couple ideas, and then we were like, wait, no, obviously this.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I'm saying. Also, before we even move forward, I told Chad that at the same time, whatever we did, it was gonna involve Austin and Evelyn. Like I was like,
Oh yeah.
bullshit. We're not doing this 100th episode without them. Like,
And I
absolutely
tried
Thank you
really
for
hard to
having us.
cut you both out. I didn't want one part of it. I said they're both dead to me. But you know, the necromancer that he is.
I just want you to know I came straight here from the courthouse where I was getting a restraining order against this movie.
Oh,
He's-
oh, we got a
he's-
3-on-1?
He's feeling.
Is that
he's
what I'm
feeling-
hearing?
He's feeling justified.
Oh.
But before we get any farther, let's do a quick roll call, shall we?
Yeah.
My name is Skeptik, and I'm joined by my steadfast companion, PsydeShow.
Hey,
And today we have the pleasure of having our two former brother and sister in arm,
hey.
Evelyn and Austin here. I was like, which one of your many monikers should I use? Then I said, I'll just use his real name, Evelyn
Yeah.
and
I'm
Austin
realizing
Spaghetti
now.
Bondage.
I'm realizing now I meant to change the name and then it glitched out on me because my computer is like 14 years old and it's a piece of shit.
It genuinely
And then
tripped
Joey
me up
called.
to see your real name
I
sitting
was in
there
the
on
middle
the
of
Zoom. I was
changing
like,
the name.
what?
And then Joey's like calling me and I'm like, fuck, how do I answer? And then I hang up on accident and I'm like, okay, well just call me back now.
You guys have
And I'm
some
just now
very,
realizing.
some very long nicknames going on.
Yeah, I swear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who do you
They just
think?
get
who do you
longer
think-
and longer.
Who do you think did that?
Exactly. So today we are covering The Devil's Rejects. Obviously, if you haven't listened to the episode before this, 99 was House of a Thousand Corpses. Go listen to that one. Had a great fucking time. Love to Sean for joining us for that one. That was amazing. This one is, I think, in a lot of ways going to be the more loud episode. So it's gonna be the louder episode.
There are
Yeah.
things to say
There's
for
a lot to
sure.
say.
There's a lot to say. We're covering the Semen Hole movie in Rob Zombie's career, The Devil's Rejects,
Oh man,
which
yeah,
I want to say from the 2005.
2005. Yeah, so
I
it was
wanted to say
shot,
3.
like, 5 years after the first one I think came out, which is why there seems to be a massive time jump. Even though it takes place apparently like literally, they said that it takes place like 2 months I think after the first one ends.
Well, House was filmed in 2000 and then released 3 years later, and then I think Rejects had a more traditional
Yeah.
cycle.
Why was that?
Uh,
Just felt it, and then
well,
he's like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
No, yeah, it was because I think Universal had them for House of a Thousand Corpses, and then when it came time to release it, they were like, "Oh, this is just too fucking gnarly. We can't."
Yeah,
release
yeah,
this." And so
exactly
they
that.
dropped it, and then Lionsgate picked them up 3 years
Okay.
later. Yeah.
Why does a lion need a gate? I'm wondering. What is he protecting us from?
Lionsgate Films.
Gatekeeping.
LGF stands for Let's Get Fucked.
Let's get fucked. Ugh.
Yeah.
What a movie. What a journey. What
Man,
a thing inflicted upon us.
as I was saying, so it's very. I've talked about it before with the last episode we did. They're just night and day. These fucking movies, dude. Like
Mm.
absolutely.
It's so funny because I realized, like, I mean, the last time I saw this movie was when it was only two movies, you know?
Gotcha.
And
And I think before we even go forward, we're not doing the third
we're
one.
not. It's
No, we're
bad.
not.
It's
It's
bad.
just
Zero out of
Is there a
six.
third
yeah.
one? Is
There is
that
a
Three
third
from
one.
Hell?
Three from
Yeah.
Hell.
I
Yeah.
didn't know
Yeah.
that was even connected. Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
And
God.
Zero out of six.
everyone agrees it's the
It's
worst
worse
one.
than
Like, yeah,
this?
it's worse.
It's
Yeah,
That's
worse than
possible?
this.
yes,
It's
absolutely.
Holy
it's
shit.
worse
Now
than
I need to
this.
watch it.
It's
Oh my God.
yeah, it's a mess. It's funny
Yeah.
because both cases, both sequels, he just went, what if the last 10 minutes didn't happen?
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know,
He's like,
that's
wait,
so
no.
funny. Yeah, he's just kept retconning his own fucking story.
like all the supernatural stuff in House, just
Uh,
like it didn't happen. Dr. Satan's not like in a well while this movie is happening. Like that it just wouldn't it just doesn't make sense together.
Yeah, it would have. There was an interesting thing. I was listening to the director's commentary, and he was talking about how he did have the Doctor Satan storyline, like as a through line in this film. He was going to have it, and that apparently, in the opening scene when they're after the opening, gunfight, they're taking somebody out on a stretcher.
Mm.
That somebody is supposed to be Doctor Satan. And there was an entire segment at the hospital starring Rosario Dawson that like never made it into the movie.
I do know that because I do see that everywhere that she's like credited, but the scene isn't. You
It's
can't
not in the
find it
movie. Yeah, I
anywhere.
was like, oh no shit, that's crazy. But yeah, I know. I was kind of like, I didn't know how to feel about that. I was like, include it and then like at least just like acknowledge that it happened. I guess it was my gripe about it. I was like, we
That's
could just
funny.
acknowledge that.
That's funny because ultimately, I guess it just ends up being RJ on the stretcher.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. In the
ultimately, there was
context of
there
what it,
was
yeah,
someone to
yeah,
pull out. You know,
yeah.
I'm just laughing thinking about like the sheriffs are coming in, everything's going bad, and then all of a sudden one of their heads just blows up, and we just see in a water tower a mile away, Dr. Satan in a sniper's nest. Just like
Exactly.
nods to them with the like giant rig on his arm, just fucking looking like a Gears of War character.
Exactly.
From,
It's
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No,
I
no,
just
no,
I
please.
just thought the supernatural stuff was like so interesting in the first one, and I would have loved to just like
Some
see,
acknowledgement of it. That's what I'm saying.
but like a on the run movie doesn't really work with like
No.
a guy you have tethered to the wall doing brain surgery on people. Like
There's lots of things you could tether him to. Just keep him
A
mobile.
post.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
what
I
was
don't
the
remember the first movie at all.
he's just in the
Call-
back of the El Camino.
call back to an old episode? What was the movie that Joey like threw out? Like we were like, yeah, this really cool thing on the wall, and then without even thinking, Joey's like, oh yeah, St. Andrew's
Oh,
Cross.
the cross.
What was that?
I
Visitor
forgot.
Q? It was like a
no,
maid.
it wasn't
No,
Visitor Q.
that had to be
It was like
what
a
is it?
weird
Crimes of the
kink movie.
Future.
It was probably something like that. Yeah,
I think
I
it was
don't know.
Crimes of the
but-
Future.
but
He's
that was-
like,
yeah.
yeah, cut me.
No, but I didn't rewatch House of a Thousand Corpses, but I do remember it. And like my best way to describe my feelings for that movie is that it's a really good music video when you put it on mute. Like it just looks really, it's a good movie to watch with no audio.
It
It's
would
like
be
you put headphones on
it would
and listen to
hit
music.
at the bar during a local show.
Oh,
I was about to say
yeah,
it's a bar
yeah.
movie because in
Yeah.
Royal Oak there's this dive bar and they play horror movies and like it's visually great. It's all
Yeah.
like bright and like Suspiria like
Suspiria,
coded.
that's exactly what I was
And
thinking.
it's all like neon and like trashy in the best way that you want when you're drinking like shitty PBRs for $2. That's what I want. And then you get to this movie and it's like all the good parts of that get stripped away and it's like Zelda YouTube poops from 2008. It's just like the worst fucking editing. It's everything good stripped out of the first one and then it's just like
Oh, man,
I don't
it's so
even
funny
know.
'cause I feel
like
the
Chad,
opposite having watched them back to back. You know what I mean?
I saw this when it came out, not when it came out, but probably like 2008.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like 3 years after, I was like 14, 15, I was like 13, 14. And I remember being like, this is my entire personality. This is the great
Yeah,
my
yeah.
sick and twisted mind. No one can comprehend the fucking craziness. Like, this movie is for people that have haha tattoos down their forearms. Like, this is the edgiest of edgelord shit I have ever seen in my life, to a
it's
point where I have a mind freak Callous Cowboys t-shirt, and it's too fucking ridiculous even for me.
I
Like,
love it.
carry on though. Yeah.
it's funny because I think the like nicest thing I can say about the theming and the like artistic intention and how well that like aligns with what the creator intended. I feel in like in like 100 years when people don't immediately maybe connect that Rob Zombie the director is Rob Zombie the musician. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that'd be like a fun fact to be like, oh, this guy also makes metal music, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like at that point someone would be like, oh, maybe what he's doing is commenting on how we like glorify the wrong people. And it's just like,
Mm-mm.
no, he just thought this was all really awesome. He just thought these were like really cool guys he was making. Like
Mm.
I don't think that there was like a big philosophical core here. I
There's
think he was
not,
just
especially
like
when you're mumbling all the lyrics of Thunder
I'm
Kiss
glad
65.
bum
I'm
bum
glad
ba-dun
you
da bum
said
bum
that, because
ba-dun da bum bum ba-dun da ba-do da do.
that was my
That's
exact
actually
feeling
Tiny's lines.
of like, who the fuck do I give a shit about? Do I care about? And we're gonna get into this,
Oh
I know,
yeah, no,
but like,
yeah,
I don't give a fuck about any of these people. And
yeah.
when you word it like that, it does feel like Rob Zombie got GI Joes and just started smashing them together.
It does have that feel to
Like,
it.
Well,
it's
Yeah.
like no one's good,
considering
no one's bad. Fucking Cobra Commander is jumping off a cliff of the staircase and hitting fucking GI Joe in the face and going boom bam bow. Like, that's how it felt for an hour and a half.
considering that his wife is one of his Barbies, it's really weird how often he takes all her clothes off.
Yeah.
Like
I have some questions about that later on when we get to a certain scene in a hotel.
there's
Her
We'll get
ass
there.
is kind of the star of the movie.
Last scene in the
Yeah,
hotel. Yeah.
yeah, there's a non-zero percentage of this film that is her ass.
I hadn't seen this
Yeah.
since I was a teen, and as soon as I saw her ass, it took me back to like portable DVD player hitting pause real quick
Yep.
and just puberty spiking. That movie did do a lot for me in that regard. Thank you, Sherry Moon Zombie. I'm sorry for this. Carry on. Yeah. Anyways.
Nostalgia.
I
Yeah.
gotta know
Nostalgia.
how old is baby supposed to be?
Don't tell me.
Yeah,
I've
no.
never thought about that.
Don't ruin this for me.
Don't ruin this for me.
I think she's 38.
In the movie?
Yeah, that's my
That's a good assumption.
guess.
Yeah.
She's
I
got a
was-
lot. She looks great, but the crow's feet say otherwise.
That's what I'm saying is like how
That's
old
what
is
did
the
it for us.
character actually supposed to
Yes.
be? Yeah, he was learning about that side of himself at that time.
She was 29 canon. I just
Mm.
looked it up.
Oh, weird. What the
Okay.
fuck? That's so weird. Okay.
And
Yeah.
my wife's 29. Okay. All right, Rob. And how many times are we going to make it clear that she's also into women in the movie? How many times do you want us to know that she's bi
So, okay. I will
and
say.
down to clown? It's in her
I-
blood.
I saw this. You're stupid. I saw this one. I saw this one like I think close to when it came out. Like I must have seen like it was. I know the DVD was always around, so like I saw it when it had initially premiered, but I wasn't like. I didn't know which one I liked more. You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, there was the flashy aspect of the first one, and that was really fun because we were talking about it. It feels like when you're just watching a haunted house, like happen. Like it literally just we're like, oh, and that's kind of what he described the making of that one being as. Like they
Yeah.
were literally making a haunted house at
Yeah.
Universal about his music. And so they were literally going to be using, and so he was just like, oh, okay, I can just make a movie out of this. And I'm like, okay. Again, being that young, I was just like, fuck yeah, dude, that's so sick. And then I see the Devil's Rejects, and like it tonally is just so vastly different than the first one.
Mhm.
So tonally different. And I think and you were saying that like you had complaints about the editing and stuff like that. I think I did initially, have more complaints about the first movie, like how that was edited, because in the beginning of it is very flashy and it's literally just like random ass jump cuts that like repeat over and over, and I was just like, what are we doing here? And then like the second one is a lot more subdued, but like it
There's
leaves you.
cinematic merit to this one.
That's what I'm
There were shots where I was like, oh, that's kind of beautiful.
legitimately well
Her ass is
composed.
framed kind of nice in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Exactly. But I was watching it, I was like, oh, this feels like, and this is gonna be funny to say, but it feels like the more mature approach to this subject matter or these characters
Mm,
than it does in the original one. Like the original one, it just feels like, hey, let's just show the world these characters,
hmm.
and then the second one feels like, hey, let's actually get to know these characters a little bit.
Right. Yeah, it's sort of like, I mean, there's a lot of the second half is like, well, look at this family.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Mhm.
them.
They get little
They love each
moments
other.
of like,
There's a lot of look at this in this movie. I told Amanda, I was like, you're going to hear the origin of a rhyme you've certainly heard me say before.
good.
I've not done the dance and the motions that go with it, but it's one that lives in your psyche.
You said the first one came out in 2000, and this I know this one was 2005,
2003.
right?
Three.
The
Yeah,
first one?
the first one came out in
The
2003.
first one
Oh,
was
okay.
you know, just after 9/11. We weren't sure how to grapple with it.
Yeah,
By the
no,
time
Yeah.
straight the fuck up. That's
this
literally what he
wrapped,
said.
we had figured out that it was dark humor,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because I was gonna
that's
yeah,
kind
say
of the.
it,
I'm half joking, but it created a world where this movie was accepted.
literally, literally.
that's pretty much where I was gonna go because I thought it was 2000 and like right before 9/11, and then like I think it was like 2002. I want to say 2003 is when like Saw and Hostel started dropping.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
rewatching this, I'm like every shot with the cop like or like certain characters just
Mhm.
looks like Saw. Like the lighting and
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
the
yeah.
color grading, everything
Mm.
in like the
That
late
classic James
like
Wan
mid
feel.
2000s kind of has that like gritty tone.
Mhm.
And I was like, the first one's very like coming out of the 90s slasher movie with like the Y2K end of the world,
Yeah.
bright colors, neon, goth coded, the crow shit. And then this one very much felt like post 2005 to like 2008 edgy, like IFC midnight straight to DVD.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're not wrong,
like
because there's a lot of movies
they
in
the
that
tonal
vein.
shift is cool in that regard.
Mhm.
You can see like the two different eras of the same like 5 year span.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what I'm saying. I think the way that he wrote the characters in this one was a lot more interesting because he was actually able to flesh out the characters when you're focusing solely on those characters, and they weren't just a part of the tapestry where for the other main cast to get
Mm.
killed.
Yeah, like there are lot more scenes of the family alone together
Yeah,
without a victim even present, where they're just
yeah.
talking about stuff.
And you get to hear them be actually like, themselves.
Yeah.
And they're not just playing it up like, oh, for murder, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, again, my twisted mind.
You want to know
But
how I got these scars is a thing that I kept saying in my head the entire time this movie ran. This I want to show you now that we have a visual. I was in my recliner. It took me an hour also. I didn't express my hatred that I had going into the movie before it started. I have YouTube Premium. This shouldn't have been a fucking problem. I spent an hour. I worked all day, came home, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this movie because I don't want to do it tomorrow because I want to like think about it. So I go into YouTube and I'm like, I'm gonna rent this for $3.99. My card doesn't work, my debit card. I'm like, okay, I'll use my credit card. Debit card doesn't work. I Google it. I try to get an Apple account, 7-day free trial. Doesn't work. I go on Amazon Prime, won't work. And I'm like, my card has money. What's the fucking problem? So I have to like, I randomly on a whim forget that I had this TV at my parents a long time ago. So I had their Prime on the TV and not the PlayStation. So then I go in there and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to cash at my mom. So I cash at her $3.99 and I'm like, I'm renting this. Here's the money. And then I'm just, so it's already an hour. So I
yeah.
start the movie at like 11:30 and it's not done till like 1 a.m. And I'm like, I feel like Stu from the Rugrats making chocolate pudding at 3 a.m. while watching this movie after
Because
that.
my life is falling apart.
I was like,
Petey.
this is like POV. You're watching The Devil's Rejects at 1 a.m. Hold on. That's that for an hour and 49 minutes.
Yeah.
like, damn, bro, you got the whole squad laughing like that. But let's, well, I have plenty of to talk
I
about.
I started it and then realized what was about to happen to me, and I stopped it and I walked to the liquor store. I'm like, I need help. I can't do this alone. It was the right decision.
This is your first
That's
time, right?
This one, yeah.
This is your first time
Oh, wow.
ever seeing it. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. So
wow.
that's very interesting.
And last
Yeah.
time, yeah.
And last time.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. God damn. Yeah.
I guess
What
we
a
should just
film.
get it over with.
He
Let's-
did
let's-
Dragula. He won. You know that Dragula's his trophy wife.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
can make a stinky every once in a while. He did Dragula. He did
Good
Living Dead
Dragula.
Girl. This is a pass.
So the other ones are good or
No.
better?
No.
Okay.
It's no.
From my
No.
limited perspective, this is just standard Rob Zombie.
Know how happy
Yeah,
it makes me to see Sideshow just be like, these movies are bad.
They are bad.
I'm like,
know.
oh,
That doesn't
my soul.
it doesn't stop me from fucking with them though. I love
It was the hesitation that was so funny. For a second, you were like, "Yeah, no,
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 absolutely not.
no." But like,
Absolutely not.
you know how John Waters is like the king of filth,
Mm.
or like he's known as like the king of bad taste. That's what it is.
Mhm.
Rob Zombie is like the king of white trash. Like he has like the aesthetic, and I don't mean it in an insultive way, but there's like an aesthetic to like the trailer park core type. You know,
Then
joke.
why has
Like-
he never
like
been
Rob
invited to
Zombie-
the gathering?
I was about to say Rob Zombie's demographic. I feel like a lot of juggalos fuck
Yeah,
with the Halloween
That's
remakes.
incredible.
Like he just has this grime and this filth that you only get in Middle America, and he
Yeah.
nails it. And I do
Yeah.
respect that because no one else
Fago
does
bottles have been known
that. It's
to
Rob
be
Zombie
thrown
is-
away at Rob Zombie shows.
Rob Zombie is heterosexual John Waters (parentheses derogatory parentheses).
Wow.
That is a good way to put his like aesthetic.
That's
It's like if a guy with a Black Rifle Coffee T-shirt tried to remake Pink Flamingos.
someone needs to pull you off. He's dead. He's dead, Austin. It's okay.
No, it's like I like it for what it is. It's like a time capsule of a time that wasn't that great, but in hindsight, it's much worse now in the world. So I can be like, wow, that wasn't great, but wow, I didn't pay taxes when I first saw this. So nostalgia. All right, done.
Jesus Christ. Let's get into trigger warnings.
Let's get
First,
into trigger warnings.
first,
All of them.
it's if you don't like bad movies.
Yeah, we put that up there. Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. There's hints of fucking racism in there. There's hints of like just
Hints?
yeah.
It's funny because normally you could go, it's in there, but don't worry, bad people are saying this. But
Yeah.
in this movie, the
It's
bad
all
people,
bad people.
are like you're supposed to think they're cool. So what does that say?
So it's a lot of that. Gore, obviously, very, very heavy on the gore. The hotel scene is just a trigger warning in general.
Well, I don't want to say good, but some old fashioned sexual violence,
Yeah,
certainly.
Yeah.
Good isn't the right word for that.
But old fashioned.
A good way to sum it up is the very first thing I wrote before the title credits. I just said violence against naked women in the opening shot ? How
Yeah.
painfully aughts.
Uh-huh.
Like it's just
Yeah,
a
of course,
2008 MySpace deathcore music video with chains in a warehouse, a woman
literally.
tied up, and the vocalist screaming at her
Yeah.
because she cheated on him.
Like
That's what this movie is.
there's guns, there's knives, there's blunt objects beating people to death. There's it's funny because it's a lot more of an action movie than a horror movie in a lot of ways.
It's a road trip movie.
Yeah, it's like a road trip action movie with a like really banging 70s soundtrack.
Oh, dude,
like
the soundtrack
like
is
you
fucking
can't you
rips,
can't
dude.
hate on the like
No.
musical dissonance.
Yeah.
And just thinking about
I have
just
the names
think-
of the songs in here too.
just thinking about Otis interpreting all of these songs, because you hear a song and you think about how it relates to your life. So all these songs that have these like innocuous, real life meanings,
Yeah.
but you think about this,
How Otis is
sick
hearing them.
murderer
Yeah.
hearing it, and you're just like, wow, it's a whole new light for this fucking Steely Dan song.
Yeah,
like
And I think that it really works really well. Like,
lots of homophobia.
that's what I was saying. There's a lot of It's like, again, what could just be think about the worst types of people, and they're just the main cast of this movie.
Who are
So it is
really
this
cool in Rob Zombie's
exactly
book.
like I was like they're supposed to be played as cool, but it is that thing of like we do talk about it on the show very frequently how you're not supposed to always side with the hero. You're not supposed or protagonist of a film like they're not supposed to be all good people and stuff like that.
Is there a protagonist?
That's
I don't
also
know.
fucking
Yeah,
fair.
this
Well,
movie
in
feels
the
like if this movie real quick. This movie feels like if Ajax from the Warriors was cloned 3 times and like was in the movie
Damn.
wrong term.
I fucking love the
but the
way your
rape
brain
scene where
works.
Ajax goes from the coolest guy to the least coolest guy is the start of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like just the worst possible version. I that was like the biggest betrayal in cinema history to me. I was like, that guy's kind of a big badass. And then I was like, no, what are you
No
doing?
way. The
What are you
guy from
doing?
a 1970s inner city New York gang member is not a nice person as he kills people throughout the city. No way. He doesn't respect women also. Oh my god, what a plot
Are we just
twist.
talking about once upon a time in America right now?
To be fair, they started it. All the killing, that is.
What do you mean
Um,
they? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
the hundreds of other gangs, Austin. Have you ever seen the goddamn movie?
We have trigger warnings. Again, you could find this one very easily. This is again amongst one of the more popular movies we've ever done. We don't do a lot of
There
these
was a
types.
time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We do a lot more like lesser known. That was the whole kind of like mission statement of this podcast when we started it was we
hmm
wanted to shine a light on like lesser known international
Bespoke.
horror, but smidgens of the popular ones, and obviously this is a very important one because of the fact that we named the show after a specific line in here. Which
Yeah, and
I'm gonna break fucking kayfabe for a second. When I do say the line, I want you all to applaud.
I was
Okay.
Please applaud.
Fair.
Okay.
I was
Fair.
I was
Fair.
I was thinking either that or we could all say it together. But
Exactly. There you go.
but
That's cuter.
but yeah, there was a time where this was like definitely oh, you like horror movies? Well, then I take it as a given you'd like this movie.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
this was it definitely had its time in the sun.
Yeah, it got thrown in with like the torture porn stuff. So like if you're
It got him Halloween.
yeah, he's like exactly. Like if you're not a fan of those movies, this is just not gonna be a one that you're gonna like at all. And that's totally fair. That's totally fine. Just listen to the episodes, totally fine. Because this is I mean, the hotel scene alone. That's what I'm saying. It's very fun. It's a hard watch. Like it's actually
Yeah.
legitimately upsetting.
Mm.
Like it's very. And they were talking about on set how upsetting it was to film that. So I was like, yeah, it all worked out really. Like
Yeah, that's where there are a couple places like it's at a level of cruelty and disgusting, and then there are a couple of scenes where you're like, oh no, that's more real. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Now I'm bummed out.
the movie just takes it is the tonal shift from the first one. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Like it is very interesting how they're
I,
vastly different.
I think part of it too, I'm realizing, is that by breaking the like contract of the like transgressional
Yeah.
horror film,
I
like no one in Banjo and Sullivan transgressed. They didn't do anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
They
100%,
they were
100%.
just there. Whereas like normally in any horror film, like just about any victim, unless they're like someone will do something and then something will start coming after them, but then there will be like some random person who happens to be there and gets caught up in it. Like there are innocents slain along the way,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but there's usually like a reason. It is very odd that in the middle of this movie they just go, "We're bored. We should just do this."
Dude, yeah.
You know?
Like,
And
it
it
kind of speaks to the characters though. I
it
think
it it
it makes
it d-
sense.
it does, but it also which weirdly, makes them unlikable,
Mm-hmm.
but still so much of the language of the film before and after is just like these guys are pretty cool though.
I mean, they have this habit of like wherever they stop, whoever's there is gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's only because it was so late in the movie that when they stop for ice cream, I'm like, it just cuts to later and they have ice cream, and I'm like, did they just go in an ice cream place and order and pay like normal fucking people? Or did they
That
kill
right
all the people at the ice cream place?
They-
that right there was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah,
Because it was
Duty fucking
what we
fruity.
talked about in the substance episode, where it's like if they explained anything about the substance, I would have been like, fuck this movie. It just cuts to ice cream, and I'm like, I'm just imagining like Trouble Every Day, like that mural of blood against like fucking
Yeah.
Tutti fucking Fruity.
Can we
Like,
can we reach out to the guy who made our intro? I don't know the name.
Oh,
We're
Dawson Benner. Dawson Benner. Yeah. Shout out
We
Dawson.
we need to do a better job at that moving forward. But we should just get a version done where when the sample comes in, it's just tutti fucking fruity.
Yeah, dude. I mean, okay, we gotta get started. We're like 30 minutes.
Yes.
into this episode. I haven't
Yes.
said shit about this plot, so let's get started.
Well, you know, it's you gotta
It
warm
is
up.
the
We're
100th
we're starting at the center of the movie and working our way out.
Yeah.
Like
We don't
a
want to
mandala.
pull anything.
much like milking the prostate, you got to get deep in there and then slowly ease your finger out. You
Yep.
know, you got to work it like a dough. You got to knead it. You got to knead the
I love-
prostate.
We started this before we started recording, just like continually saying, "Oh, that's a Morrissey song name." But now slowly, and then in parentheses, ease your finger out.
And it's funny because much like this plot and an enlarged prostate, there is very much a bloated sense to this film that we're going to get into.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is like serendipitous and destiny that we
I
talked
missed-
about milking
I missed these
prostates at the beginning.
metaphors.
This is what I've missed on this show.
I've missed
man.
these
editing
metaphors.
around all of this.
And it's funny because the main demographic I pictured for this movie is like 40-plus-year-old dudes that say like name 5 songs to like a 22-year-old
Yeah.
girl wearing
It's-
like a Rage Against the Machine shirt
It's
that
now
need
time
prostate
for them.
exams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this, if you guys are listening, go get an appointment.
Yeah, if you like this film, you're at a heightened risk for colorectal and breast cancer. So, despite what your doctor is telling you, you probably should be screened. Just keep asking
Yeah.
for it.
And June's over. It's July 2nd. So like, you know, Pride Month is done. So gay people don't exist. So I'm not going to bring
It's
up how
okay
you
now.
should like get PrEP and everything. So we're going to focus on the heterosexual prostate epidemic.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do right now. It's July. It's America's month. Hell
Look,
yeah,
the only
brother.
prostate I know about is my own.
Anyway,
That's
There's
my
so much to
official
discover,
story.
Chad.
fucking hell.
You really got to
That's
swim
my
the sea of this
official
earth.
story.
You motherfuckers. All right. The film begins with a collage of magazine cutouts of stories about murder victims. On May 18th, 1978, Sheriff John Quince Wydell, along with local authorities in Rugsville County, led a search and destroy mission on a decaying farmhouse.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Search and destroy. Find the house, blow it up. Investigate later.
It's very a guy who doesn't know any about how anything works.
Yeah,
Made
yeah.
up police talk.
It's this was written like a lot of Stephen King's books with a big cocaine tray next
Yeah.
to the typewriter.
It just makes it go better. Anyway, sorry.
Inside the house, police discovered a collection of diaries and scrapbooks detailing the accounts of more than 75 murders. The family responsible for these brutal crimes was forever known as the Devil's Rejects. We cut to Tiny wearing a mask, dragging a dead woman through the woods. He stops when he sees a trail of pigs passing him by, flashing lights but no sirens.
That was a beautiful shot. We were talking about
Oh, it's so
cinematography.
good.
Like
Yeah.
he's in the foreground. It's all this like cars turning around a bend.
Dude, so
That part was good. I did like several points in this movie, like visually, but the opening shot, that montage,
Mhm.
that entire opening. Do you remember Spike TV?
Yeah, how could we forget?
Dude, it was just Spike TV. A lot of this movie was
Wow,
Spike TV.
no,
That
you're right.
Thing is
Yeah.
literally zombies versus strippers. Or do you remember Zombie Strippers?
Yeah, zombie strippers.
It
Yeah.
like Crank with Jason
Jason Statham, yeah.
Sudeikis.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my
No,
God.
that's what I
I
almost
would,
said.
Oh
I
my
would
God.
so,
Jason Statham.
I would watch that.
I gotta do
No, but, like,
cocaine and have sex
Frank-
to keep my heart rate up.
Crank is a good example of like a Spike TV movie done right. That opening was literally just zombies versus strippers or zombie strippers, whatever
I
it
love
was.
That you'll glaze Crank before you glaze Devil's
Dude,
Rejects.
Crank kicks ass. It was the
No,
first
it does.
time I
I'm not
felt
disagreeing
smarter
with
than
you.
adults. Did I ever tell you the story? I can make it short. I
Please.
watched Crank because my now stepfather was like seeing my mother as it was coming out, and they rented it at Blockbuster because I'm an ancient unk ass piece of shit. So like they're watching it, and I remember I was sitting in the living room in front of them, and for some reason I was allowed to sit there because they didn't think I was paying attention because I was coloring or something. I don't know. I was like 9. Point is, the movie ends. Spoilers: he falls out of a fucking airplane, punching a guy in the face, hits a car, and then hits the pavement. You see his face full screen, and he blinks.
Yeah.
I was that 2005, so I was like 9. I was 8 or 9. So I look at my mom, and I'm like, he's still alive. And then she was like, no, he's not. And then my stepdad at the time, her boyfriend at the time, was like, no, dude, he's dead. He fell out of an airplane. I'm like, no, he blinked. He's alive. They can make another one like they do with Harry Potter.
That's
And
how you
they
know.
were like, no, you're stupid and you're 8. And I'm like, no, fuck you. And then like I remember like several, like it was maybe like 2 or 3 years later, I saw a trailer for Crank 2, and I'm like, I told you, fuck you, you're dumb, I told you, respect me, respect me.
For
And then my
Crank,
mom,
Crank 2, keep on cranking.
Crank 2 featuring famous character actor from Napoleon Dynamite, whose name I can't remember. Fucking
John
vote
Heder?
for Pedro's in that. No,
Oh.
vote for Pedro's in that movie.
that's right.
His name
Yeah.
is Vote for Pedro.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
I don't know if
I
that's
feel bad.
I don't know if that's more or less racist.
Exactly.
No, dude, his name his name was Pedro.
Wait,
you voted for him.
We have the internet. Let's see.
Point is, I remember seeing that trailer on the TV
Wait, I don't have the internet.
because Spike TV was probably on, because that's all my stepdad watched was 1,000 Ways to Die and
Yeah,
Girls Gone
yeah.
Wild ads in between.
Yeah.
So point is, I remember pointing and being like, "Show me that respect. Put some respect on my goddamn name."
Listen, just because
And the
you
look in their
die
eyes,
when you fall out of a plane doesn't mean that Jason Statham does.
Jason
the look in their
Statham.
eyes, I saw them like factor that in, remember that memory, and then just like it was like cogs that were like dusty, and then they finally clicked, and then they just doubled down, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember that happening. And I'm like, oh, adults are stupid. That was my first memory that like.
Would you say the cogs were cranked into place?
The cogs were fucking cranking that shit. They were cranking that shit out.
We see the Firefly family.
I was gonna say something actually relevant to the film. As much like there's so much revisionism in the way that like in all 3 of these movies, these 3 characters have different monikers. Like in the first movie, they're the Firefly family.
Yeah, we don't
in the
even
second movie, they're
hear
the Devil's
name
Rejects.
Firefly. I don't think they even say the Firefly family in the first one at all.
They do.
Do they?
Yeah. They refer to her as Mama Firefly, and they say that they are the Firefly family and all these things. So like the legend is Dr. Satan, but it's really the Firefly family doing it. So we already have a name for them. And then in this, at the beginning, they're just like the Devil's Rejects. They're called the Devil's Rejects. It's like a really cool name that they have.
Retconning everything, bro.
And then like
I wrote down like what deputy came up with that and was like, that's gonna stick. That's gonna be in the paper.
it's very trying to make fetch happen. And then in the third movie, they're like, they're the 3 from hell. It's just like, just fucking stick to one, Robert. Like, your time to decide all of this was before the first movie was done.
They died and they went to hell. Spoilers for the end of the fucking movie. And so now they're 3 from hell, even though they retconned the whole thing.
Great.
There you go.
We'll just stop the episode here.
Okay.
Okay, they didn't die. It's ambiguous. I'm sorry. I realized what I did there. Oops.
So we see the Firefly family fast asleep as the sheriffs surround their home. Whitehall tells his partner Dobson that it's time to do what the good Lord would refer to as a cleansing of the wicked, and what my brother George, God rest his soul, used to call 100% Alabama ass kicking. They get information, and he yells, "Gentlemen, let's do what God made us to do." He gets on the loudspeaker, which causes the family to immediately spring into action. They quickly get dressed and begin to load up their weapons. Rufus is waiting in the window in full body armor as they convene downstairs.
It's some sick ass armor they made.
It does look sick. It does look fucking
Can
sick.
I just say, this is a ranch. This is a farmhouse. They're nasty fuckers. They're like asleep with like strawberry jam all over them. But those are some happy, healthy cows out front.
Yeah.
Those are some taken care of animals.
They are processing some California cheese.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying. Happy cheese comes from happy cows.
He brought that up in the movie that in the commentary that they did that that he was trying his best to get the cows in the shot because he's like, that's just production value.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it's funny that you even pointed it
I
out.
mean, I
You
was
were
like, damn,
healthy,
look at those cows.
God.
So
It should be said that both siblings of like the main two, Baby and Otis,
Mhm.
Baby played by Sherry Moon. Look at
Mhm.
these zombie, and they're both in bed with corpses.
And Otis played by Will Forte.
that's so
Oh my
good,
God!
dude.
Oh
Whole
my
time I'm like, is that
fucking God!
That's so
looks
good.
and sounds like Will Forte
Yeah,
with just
What do
like
you think
a
about that, Hosh? Hmm?
so good, dude.
Will Forte in the I think you should leave skit where he's like, you cried on a plane when you were a baby.
yes, exactly the energy that we're getting from this.
Oh my fucking
So
God.
they ask about Tiny, and Mama Firefly says she thinks he went out last night. Baby asks Mama Firefly why she's crying, and they're putting on masks, and she tells her, "I just keep thinking back to old times, like when you was a fucking baby. You look like an angel." They profess their exactly. They profess their love for each other, and then the bullets start flying. A few pigs are hit in the exchange, including Wydell, but he keeps moving towards the house. They cease fire to toss in tear gas, and the family ducks down for cover. The
We
pigs
should
don't
point out their armor is just like sheets of
plates of metal.
metal.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
Heavy as fuck.
it's
yeah.
so like
It looks so cool though.
rudimentary. It's they're
Yeah,
so weird looking. And like Mama with just like the faceplate.
yeah, it's
They
so
built
good.
it in a cave with a box of scraps, is what they did. No, it's
It
Yeah,
100% just the opening of Iron Man.
it
It
Cyber
looks
Iron
like the
Man.
it,
Yeah,
proto
it
suit.
looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
so the pigs don gas masks and make their way inside, only to be met with a hail of gunfire as the family ambushes them inside their living room. The fully armored Rufus gets taken down, and Mama runs to his side as Baby and Otis make their escape through the basement. And I didn't get this. Oh no, I did. So sorry, let me just keep on going. Wydell tells Mama not to move, and she grabs a gun nearby. Tell him
She
you
had
ain't
so
getting
much
me.
time to just like
To just
they're aiming at her and she's like, hmm. And then she just turns and picks the gun up off the floor. I'm like, why is she not full of holes right now? This is unrealistic.
It's the classic nobody can shoot. You can like it always makes me laugh the like three guys start shooting machine guns and then like people are able to like the bullets hit walls and they're like,
Mm.
"Oh, now we better move." You know?
Yeah. So Wydell tells Mama not to move, and she grabs a gun nearby, telling him, "You ain't getting me." Only to hear a click when she pulls the trigger. He tells her, "You ain't getting off that easy." As we get a needle drop, "Midnight Rider" by the Allman Brothers Band, and the title card as the siblings run past, and people in cages screaming for help.
Oh yeah, who we never see again.
Yeah, well, because it's implied that they were there left over from House.
I'd like to
Yeah.
see one shot of the police like freeing them
Like,
and tending to them.
I don't think left over from House like none of those people, but just other people that they've taken
yeah, I meant like
captive.
in terms of like they'd already been keeping
Oh
prisoners
yeah,
and stuff like
yeah.
that.
And it's funny to me because I was like, "Oh, are they gonna like kill everybody so that no one talks?" But then they just never bring up
Mm.
like, "Oh, and among all the things we found in the house, we found like 20 people downstairs in cages." Because
Yeah.
they all watch them go through this like secret tunnel, and the cops are all like shortly they're talking about like, "Oh, they must be around here somewhere. We can't find them." Like, fan out and search the area,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what gives them the time to get
Hmm.
the lead on them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of a big hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as well as like you spend zero time with like the police department, all those officers just sort of surely this is the worst thing they've ever seen in their careers, but nobody's talking
Yeah.
about it. Nobody
They're not
gives
talking about it, and they're
Yeah.
also like cracking jokes the whole time.
It's
Like later in the movie, there's like
it's like
quippy
nothing happened.
one-liners. Yeah, it's just like just entrails, women in cages, fucking dead
Mm.
bodies in beds splayed open,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's just like just
Prob
another Tuesday, am I right,
yeah.
my
A,
guy?
a corpse that Otis absolutely was fucking the night before.
Mm.
Yeah, no,
You
they
know,
said it was
like
yeah.
Nobody local, nobody to, oh like, oh, I went to high school with
Yeah,
her.
exactly.
Oh, I guess not.
It kind of speaks to
In this
again,
town of 400, we've seen it all.
that's what I'm saying. It speaks to the fact that all of them that you're not supposed to be rooting for anybody. Fuck the cops,
Mm.
fuck the killers, fuck the everybody. Like
I mean,
every single one of
I
them.
think in a movie that was made competently by someone with morals, we could say that. But I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be like, this is sick. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's this is my like Rob Zombie is like Emerald Fennel is the gay side of me where like I feel the same way about the straight side of me being Rob Zombie where Emerald Fennel I was when Wuthering Heights came out last February I was pitching it to Meg and I was like yeah so like this is not going to be a good movie. I know this, but I want to see it. And she's like, why? And I'm like, it's a wallpaper movie. That's what I call Emerald Fennel movies.
Mm.
They're really good when you put them on mute and you get really high and you go to the theater and you see it
Yeah.
in IMAX and you
Yeah.
just look at
Mm.
the pretty colors. They
Mhm.
look great. No
Just put on
substance whatsoever. It's a
headphones while
large
you're watching
McDonald's
the movie.
fries with no salt, so you know they're going to be hot. And then you ask for salt packets because you're an asshole like me. So, like, Rob Zombie is like the super heterosexual version of that, where it's just junk food, but it's just like dude, bro, Emerald Fennel, where it's like hit the
Mm.
mute button. It's beautiful.
You have such
Soundtrack's
a way with
great, though.
words, Austin. I swear to
Soundtrack,
God,
unfortunately,
yeah.
for this movie is fantastic, and I don't even
No,
like
I mean,
classic rock.
I do, yeah. Like I think it works perfectly for this movie. I
For
think
someone
it adds
like me
so
that
much.
hates classic, I shouldn't say I hate it, but like I don't connect with classic
Yeah,
rock,
yeah, I was
like
gonna
that country twangy Eagles type shit.
Just has to be paired
Uh,
with the right thing.
yeah, I've never heard
Like a
Freebird
beer.
once in my life and enjoyed it until I saw the ending of this movie, and I hate this movie, so
Oh,
that says a
dude.
lot.
The ending's straight up. We like again. We kind of breezed over that and all of our hatred for this movie. The ending is
Okay.
genuinely one of the best cinematic endings I think of
Yeah.
all time. Period. Period.
Yeah.
Like period. I genuinely think it's a perfect fucking ending, and it should have been the ending. We'll get to that when we get to
We'll
it.
come back to that.
Okay.
So, baby lies down in the middle of the road as a woman gets out to help her. And as she does, Otis sneaks up from behind, stabbing her in the back.
Rest
Steal
in
the
peace,
vehicle.
Abby the waitress.
Yeah, exactly. Steal the vehicle and leave her body behind.
Say her name.
Rip in peace.
She was like 60 years old, been a waitress all her life,
Yeah.
just for this
2
shit.
weeks away from retirement.
you
Good
think she
Samaritan.
you think she had a life of world travel and leisure waiting for her in retirement? This
she
was
was-
a mercy.
She was the waitress in Alan Wake 2 in 20 years.
Mm.
That's the vibe I
Okay.
got from her. Okay, that's too niche. Okay, it didn't land. All right, I tried.
So, as the cops are investigating the crime scene at the house, we see a news report discussing what they found. Human skulls used as ornaments, body parts stuffed in refrigerators, and a mass grave of decomposing bodies stuffed under the crawl space of the house.
It's
course-
it's this. Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
Now, I was just gonna say this was the body that they were taking out that zombie referred to. It's supposed to be Dr. Satan.
Mm.
Oh,
That they're
interesting.
taking out on
Okay.
the stretcher.
I like how
Yeah.
the news anchor is like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened since Jack the Ripper. Like,
Yeah.
why don't you compare it to something relevant?
Didn't Columbine just happen, or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, yeah.
9/11?
Or
I don't know.
like Ed Gein, maybe? I don't
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
know.
yeah. Something a
It's-
little more contemporary.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's
Oh.
what I was gonna say. Is these descriptions are literally just he was just sitting there, ripped a line, and was like, "All right, they're like Ed Gein and Jeffrey Dahmer and Casey."
This was a period movie, right? This took place in like the 70s.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I
yeah.
take back. I'm stupid and dumb. Never mind. I take that back. I take that back. The
They're
internet
like,
didn't exist.
even if 35 years from now they ram 2 planes into the World Trade Center.
I mean, hear me out. Maybe on Joey's benefit to that regard, it is like middle of nowhere, Hidden Valley Ranch ass, like the South in
Yeah.
the 70s. And I just binged all of Gravity Falls, like all 2 seasons of it, because I
Hell
never
yeah.
finished it. Dude, it's cinematic masterpiece for children. If you have
It's
kids and you
wonderful.
don't
It's
make
really
them
good.
watch it, you're a bad parent. Holy shit. One of the best endings in a children's cartoon. SpongeBob's
it's
the
really
goat for
dark.
nostalgia, but like that's the best kid show I've ever watched. It's so concise, short, sweet. Point is, given the context of like the time period where it's located, it would make sense that like they're yokels, you
Mm.
know.
Yeah.
So maybe they're
It's like
News doesn't spread.
zombie movie
Yeah.
rules. Like, in our world, there's no such thing as a zombie. So, yeah, this
You
has
were you were
never happened
giving
before.
you were giving the news fish from SpongeBob right there. I did appreciate the cadence on that.
So Dobson finds a scrapbook and tells White Owl to take a look. He immediately recognizes that it's Captain Spaulding in the photos with the victims. We're then immediately introduced to the clown himself as he's having sex with a woman.
With a giant clown painting on his
Giant
bedroom
clown,
wall.
behind him. So
God, what a horrifying thing to see while fucking.
so
Also his face.
exactly his teeth. The fuck?
Like, yeah, I could not look away from his teeth.
So when they finish, he tells her, "That was so good, you might have to pay me next time." She takes offense and asks, "Did you just call me a fucking whore?" He says, "I calls him like I sees him."
Is
And
she not?
she pulls her revolver on him, saying, "Whore this, fucker. Now laugh, clown, laugh." And she pulls the trigger, and he wakes up from the dream to see another woman in bed with him. She asks if it was a bad dream, and he says, 50-50.
His dedicated, caring girlfriend.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I didn't see it.
Well, she calls him Poopy, so maybe
She
she's
doesn't.
Pee-Pee.
Yeah.
But I think it should be stated that there's a dissonance in the level of excitement that
Yeah.
Captain Spaulding has for the dream woman and
Yeah,
the
as
woman
opposed
in
to
bed
the
next to
real-
him.
His actual girlfriend is
She's
ready
more
to
of a-
go.
She's more of a real life match for him. Let's put it that way. She's you look at Captain Spaulding and you'd be like, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
A manic pixie dream whore, if you will.
Here is one of the really, really great transitions of the movie, possibly the best. He's like, "Get off me, don't touch me, I'm gonna go take a piss." And he steps into the bathroom, and then it cuts to coffee pouring into a coffee mug, and he's going, "Ah."
That was excellent.
Genius.
Yeah, editor fucking
Genius.
nailed it with that one. That was so good for sure.
Yeah.
That's when they said, all right, we got to get off the couch and actually make this thing.
Let's do some filmmaking.
So as he has his cup of coffee, he's watching TV waiting for a new commercial he put out for his roadside museum / chicken joint. Just as it premieres,
Which is still open somehow.
I guess. Oh,
Has
yeah.
he not been arrested for anything
only,
lately?
No, this has only been a couple of months after the movie.
Okay.
Like that's the first one. So
he just hasn't been caught.
Yeah, he's been caught.
Okay.
So just as it premieres, he gets interrupted by the news about the family house being raided. He gets a call from Baby telling him, "Daddy, we got to get out. You got to get out of there. The pigs hit us hard this morning." He tells her to meet him at the Kahiki Palms Motel like they'd always planned. The woman asks him, "Poopy, what did you need a gun for? Where are you going?"
She has no idea what he does.
So he says, "You ain't going nowhere, bitch. Get out my fucking way."
He's so ridiculous.
So good.
You gotta respect a man that leaves his work, at work. He doesn't bring his work home.
Yeah.
And like as bad as he is, I do respect that because I struggle with that every day.
It's all domestic bliss in the clown's nest.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that there is a weird lovability to Captain Spaulding.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
it's so strange.
Yeah, he's amazing in this role, and that's why this is the most iconic role that people think about whenever they.
He just chews the scenery.
His career beforehand.
Yeah.
He was hands down the best part of this movie for me.
Oh,
I kept watching for him exclusively.
And that's why Zombie wanted to solidify that role in his, like, I guess, iconography in 3 from Hell. He wanted to do one more just before he died, and I'm just like, I don't know, man.
You sure you want to do this one?
He was in 2 minutes of that motherfucker, and then it was just not his movie. It's crazy. Yeah. Again, we're not doing that movie. It's just not happening. So
we have standards.
So
believe it or not.
Exactly. White Hell threatens the family.
On television.
Yeah.
He's like, "I will shove the wrath of the Lord up your ass."
He tells them that they have to stop sometime and to be ready to put the wrath of the Lord up their ass. Then they then release the mugshots of Otis and Baby to help the public identify them. We're introduced to Charlie, a brothel-owning pimp, one who calls down one of his girls, Candy. Shout out E.G. Daily, fucking voice of Tommy from the Rugrats. That's crazy.
Oh, is that who that is?
That's
I knew her
Daily.
face. I knew her voice, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" because I've
Yes.
seen her face in previous things in the past, and I'm like, I remember being a kid and having a crush on you, and also your voice. What is your voice?
New kink
Thank you.
unlocks.
Yeah, I was
It's
like,
not.
you look older, but I definitely had a crush on you when you were younger. Where the
You
fuck
have
have I seen
a
you? And I forgot
stronger
to look it
crush
up.
now that she's aged.
Look, we're gonna get into certain things that are related to that later. So we'll get there when we get there. Maybe hold your horses for a second, buddy. You didn't want to jump the gun, remember? I like what I like.
Buddy.
Hold your horses, bud.
She tells him truckers only stop by for hand. Oh, he asks her why business is slow. She tells him truckers only stop by for hand jobs and save the real fucking for the sheep. He tells her she's got to go find a new angle to attract a higher clientele. And she tells him she was thinking about something spacey like that Star Wars shit. Nerds want to fuck Princess Leia, right? Charlie's assistant Cleavon says, I'd fuck her. And she says, thank you.
This is how they workshop stuff.
Yeah, exactly. He tells her, you start messing with that space shit and you'll really bring out some sick bitches. They all want to pretend they're robots. Last thing I need around here is horny robots running around tripping over shit. Cleavon says, droids, boss. They call them droids.
I was never a Star Wars person. I didn't like have it put on me as a kid, so I don't have that attachment. And I didn't watch them until COVID lockdown. So I watched them. I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. And that's about the extent of it. Point is, how dudes in their like late teens to 20s felt about Princess Leia. She's gorgeous. It's Carrie Fisher in her prime. I get it. But I'm also just like, okay. But then I played Mass Effect recently. And I met a character named Tali Zora.
I knew it was gonna be Tali.
Yeah, Tali.
And I'm just like, all right.
I knew it was gonna be Tali,
right.
you sick fuck.
I get it.
You can't even see her face, but you just love her for who she is.
Got a great personality.
Yeah, she loves me. It's fine. I respect her for who she is. Her mind. I don't objectify.
He loves her brain.
I like what she tells me and the things that she enjoys. But yeah,
and the way she tells it.
Charlie gets a phone call from Spaulding, who identifies himself as Cutter, telling the cops are looking for him, so he's heading to him. Charlie tells him he doesn't think it's a good idea, but he just walks away from the payphone. Baby and Otis pull up to the parking lot of the Kahiki Palms Motel, but don't see Spaulding. So Baby gets out of the car and says she'll get them a room. We're introduced to our next round of unfortunate souls, a touring act known as Banjo and Sullivan, named Gloria, Ray, Adam, Jimmy, and Wendy. It's a lot of names. Bear with us. They're unpacking their van, reminiscing about the night before where Gloria rode a mechanical bull and her tube top slipped off. Adam says they look like two raccoons in a gunny sack fighting to get out.
Ridiculous. This is such a ridiculous fucking.
This is character building.
Oh, so that's their transgression.
Yeah, there you go.
They had a titty conversation.
Two married couples. How dare they?
Yeah.
It's true that generally the transgressions rule of thumb is: would it make Ronald Reagan want to kill you?
Yeah.
Did you have premarital sex? Did you snort anything? Did you talk about your friend's wife's titties?
Exactly.
So that'll
get all of you killed.
That will get Jason revved the fuck up.
That's good.
And then all of a sudden one of them's like, well, I voted Kamala. And
so unprompted, Roy brings up Johnny Cash. Did you know I shook hands with Johnny Cash once?
Wait, isn't it the four of them and Brian Posehn?
Yeah,
Brian is Jimmy.
Brian Posehn. Yeah, Walton Goggins is in the first movie, and Brian Posehn is in this movie.
I literally have written down, if the edgelord tone doesn't date this movie for you, Brian Posehn being casted certainly will.
That's so funny.
It's so funny that both of you guys would say Posehn, just given your.
I never looked it up. I don't know.
Is that how it's pronounced? I just repeated what I heard because I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, it's Posehn. Okay. Brian Posehn.
Okay.
So unprompted.
Not to clown on you guys, but just because you're both from the Midwest, so it was just funny that you both just read it the same way.
Oh yeah.
So Jimmy and Roy get a second alone when he goes to fetch some ice. Jimmy tells him that he's been thinking about becoming a rodeo clown. To which Roy cackles and tells him, "You've been smoking dope." Jimmy goes, "Yeah, I mean, no, not right now." He says, "Let me tell you something. You spend 1 second inside that pen, the bull will have his horn up your ass and sticking out your pecker. You're not clown material." Jimmy eventually walks off to go to the store.
He's right,
And
he wears glasses. It would never work.
and that was supposed to talk him out of it?
Exactly. So when Roy gets the ice machine, Baby walks up to him and turns on the charm. He tells her, "I'm out here with my singing group. I do the lead singing for it. It's called Banjo and Sullivan. I used to sing with Johnny Cash. He shook my hands once."
I do have to say, as much as I hated everyone in this movie, I felt the most sympathetic for that guy
Mm.
because you know when you see yourself and you hate it.
Yeah.
I saw Beartooth in someone's fucking backyard barn shed in 2013, and I've told drunkenly so many people that story. And I'm like, hey, did you know that one time I was like in a barn and Beartooth played "I'm So Sick and Disgusting" like in my face, bro?
My
Like
sick
Caleb
twisted mind.
Shomo is like the goat, my man. Just
When you
blackout at the Crowfoot and Pontiac, and I'm just like, God, what have I done with myself? My 20s,
when
man.
you
Oh,
you tell a story that the only reaction possible to it is, "Oh wow."
damn, that's crazy.
Damn,
Like
that's
Wow.
crazy.
I was the guy for so many years just being like, yo, hitting the dam, that's crazy. And I'm just like looking back in hindsight, I'm like, oh God. So I see that man and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Mm.
I'm so happy I didn't become you. At least I
I
actively try
When
not
you
to.
point a finger, there's three pointing back at you. Remember that?
Yeah, I know. I know, and they're all up my prostate.
Just checking. Just
don't
to be
forget.
sure.
Don't forget.
So she says, "I love famous people. They're so much better than the real thing, you know? I bet all the girls want to fuck you." And that's all it takes. He gets in closer and she finally asks, "So you gonna take me
I
back to your room
I
and play with me?"
I'm sorry. I just love the reaction because he goes, "What did you? Don't say that. Say
Yeah, he's
that
like, "Would
again."
you say that again?"
Hmm.
Yeah, he's just like spiraling, completely undone.
He's trying to stretch out this moment in his life as
Yeah.
long as possible.
So he says, "My wife's in that room." And she says, "Or is my brother gonna have to shoot your fucking teeth out of your head?" Otis puts the gun in the back of his head and they go into the room that the band is staying in.
I
I will say real quick, I fucking love how her and Spalding have this like comical feel about them, and then their tone and face drops
Mm.
when the second that they get threatening, and it's chilling. I genuinely watched the performances. I was like, "Oh, that's really creepy, man. It's good." Because if someone pulled that shit on me, I'd be fucking freaked out.
Oh
Oh
no.
shit.
I do have a note that's a little something only Joey would appreciate, but I
Mm.
wanted to write it down, and I was feeling a little spicy watching this movie at 1 in the morning because
Oh
I was not
really?
enjoying myself. No, oh yeah, kinda. But Joey will appreciate this at least. I said Sherry's character in this, everything from the personality to the entire archetype to the tone to the cadence to the body to the physique, everything, even down to the clothing choice. Every single thing reminds me of someone that Joey and I spent one weekend with.
That's so dope. Yes. Yes.
That's all I'm gonna say right
Yeah, I
there.
agree with you.
That's all
Who
I'm gonna
was
say
that
right
for,
there.
Austin? It's just me and you.
That was for you. That's the one thing I wrote down that I'm like, at least he'll get a laugh out of that.
So
It's a little spiteful of a laugh, but it's a laugh.
they get inside the room and wrangle everyone onto the bed. Baby stops to comment on the jacket she sees on the TV, and Otis tells her to stay focused.
Oh yeah.
He
Just
hears the
fighting
shower.
amongst themselves.
Yeah, it's so good. The sibling like bickering is so fun. So he hears the shower running and he asks who's in there. Adam tells him it's his wife and not to hurt her. He storms in and grabs her out the shower, tossing her naked onto the bed with everyone else. He asks if Roy is he asks Roy if there's anyone else, and he tells him no. Not 2 seconds later, Jimmy knocks on the door telling him he got some beef jerky for him.
To be fair, I'm sure all four of those people who were traveling with him forgot he existed the moment he was out of their sight.
He is the Seuss of like this
The
reality.
Seuss.
So the
Yeah.
Seuss.
Seuss.
It's me, Seuss.
Oh God.
Baby answers the door and brings him in.
So who's Grunkle Stan? It's Spalding.
Spalding.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Like it's
yeah.
got like it's
He's the
got to
con
be
artist.
He has
like
to
it's
be.
got to be
Yes.
Spalding.
He literally has a sideshow in the middle of nowhere. So yeah.
So, Baby answers the door and brings him in. Otis
So
immediately.
Otis is Dipper. Which,
I mean, yeah, it's just Dipper and Mabel.
Oh God, this is not sanctioned.
So Otis immediately gets him on his knees and blows his brains out, causing Adam to throw up on Wendy. We cut to Spalding on the road, now in full clown makeup, just as his truck runs out of gas. He notices a woman and child leaving a shop and approaches them.
I like to think that he didn't look at the gas gauge once before
take it off.
he's just like, why did it stop? Ah, shit, time to get a new vehicle.
Yeah, exactly. So he taps her on the shoulder and says, "Hi, I'm gonna have to be taking your car today. See, I have some top secret clown business that supersedes any plans that you might have for this here vehicle." She chuckles and asks, "What's that about clown business?" His face drops and he asks, "Did I stutter, bitch?" She tells her son to get in the car and he turns to leave, but he grabs her hair and knocks her out with a punch. He gets in the car and asks the boy, "What's the matter, kid? Don't you like clowns? Don't we make you laugh? Aren't we fucking funny? You best come up with an answer. I'm going to come back and check on you and your mama. If you ain't got a reason why you hate clowns."
He said, "Mama."
Your mama. I'm going to kill your whole fucking family. All right, now get your ass out of the fucking car. Go on.
All right.
That's the
Real
day that
quick.
kid decided that he wanted to become a clown.
I broke at this point in the movie. I literally paused it when that kid ran out of the car because he was laughing. And I was like the kid, he's just like giving like the Eugene from Bob's Burgers frustrated squiggle face. And he's just like,
He was not doing well.
and I'm like, I get it. I'm not expecting to take this too seriously, but I did notice like not just Brian posing. But there was like
It's
on
posing.
the
Sorry, Brian.
posing. I'm sorry, Brian.
Posing USA.
But there was like a high amount of like good early 2000s, late 90s like comedians in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in like the TV, like there's I think it happened briefly before this, but in the hotel room there's a TV playing like a news short, like a talk show, and the talk show host is like another comedian from that era. And like there were so many comedians in here. I'm just like, I know I'm not supposed to take it seriously, but like there'll be a scene like this hotel scene where it wants to be very gritty, very real, and then just like punches you in the face with comedy, and then it grabs you by the shirt after it punches you with seriousness, and then it grabs you by the hair and smashes you into a fucking wall with like sexual energy, and then it like kicks you in the dick with like drama, and I'm like, what do you want me to feel? I'm so overstimulated that I feel nothing, and that was my issue. If it picked something, if it wanted to be Grindhouse and it wanted to be over the top and death proof, cool, but then it wants to be like early 2000s Saw Hostel, and I'm like, cool, but it's I don't want to yuck yums, but you're getting too much of the cake. I have all frosting and no cake right now. My teeth hurt from the sugar in this. Like it's just killing me. Pick something.
I did say that in the house episode that it really is overstimulation, the movie, with like the high amounts of like of I guess tension that there's like laughing, like high laugh, and then there's just the editing to like drive that point home. You're just like,
yeah,
fuck me, I need a fucking cigarette after this.
It wants to be the Tom Green road trip movie. It wants to be Hostel. It wants to be Death Proof. It wants to be a rom-com. Even at points it feels it wants to be an action movie, and I'm just like, this the whole time. This is just like, you know, that gif of the kid going, oh, like that was my experience for a fucking hour. I'm just like, what
Rob
am I
Zombie
feeling?
looked at, because I know for a fact that he loves Audition. I've definitely seen I don't even know, random TV show, but I've definitely seen Rob Zombie like talk about his appreciation for like Mike and Audition specifically. And it does kind of feel like, much to Austin's point, he was like, oh, so he could make 100 movies of 100 genres. I'm gonna make one movie of 100.
That's so good. That's fucking fair.
House of 100 genres.
Amanda, 15 minutes into this movie, she said this series should have been just called House Full of Sick Fucks.
Yep.
This movie feels the way like if someone only listened to like top 40 pop or like post 9/11 country pop rock, and then you showed them the Callous Cowboys, just
Hmm.
one song off their new record. That's how I feel.
Watch their
Just
mind
never being
fucking
introduced to
explode.
mathcore and then just being like shown a 3-minute song that felt like an hour because it's 16 different genres.
Yeah,
And like,
exactly.
it's cool that you tried, but you still failed the test. But I'm proud of you for your creativity. That's how I feel.
That's so funny. So it's amazing how in a single minute 2005 edgelord humor shows its ugly entire ass with the Chinese, Japanese, and
Oh,
the
God.
swimmer for a good measure.
Yeah. This for whatever reason, seminal time in our lives. I mean, what I was 14 when this movie came out.
Yeah,
That has just lived in my head for years. And
it's an
she does hands
unfortunate
and
then.
faces that make it terrible.
Yeah,
But yeah, the Chinese, Japanese, bent, and you
dirty
can
knees.
imagine what the hand motions are.
Yeah,
And then she says dirty knees and motions to her knees. And then she motions elsewhere when she beckons them to look at these.
so stupid.
And he tells him, "What are you doing, Hoss? You staring at my sister's tits?"
Yeah, he tells him nope, and he tells him why not. You some kind of slur.
And that's where Ajax from the Warriors comes in. That's why I
Yeah.
brought that up earlier. The moment I heard that, I just heard Ajax in my head. Like, what are you going?
Just overlay of his face,
I'm not gonna.
soft
I'm not gonna
dissolve.
make you. I'm not gonna make you edit it out this time. The Dawn of the Dead episode. Oh, I'm sorry, but
That's so
no, I have a question for this scene. I brought it up
Uh,
earlier when Chad mentioned his wife's ass just being the main character of this
Mm.
movie.
That's why she's
Is
called
Rob
Sherry
Zombie
Moon.
With her titties in a co-starring role.
Is Rob Zombie a cuck?
It's
I
yeah,
have
look at all of the
proof
all of
to
his
this.
filmography.
it
Listen.
seems like it. Like
Listen, in this scene, it's the brother who looks like Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Just
when
being
I
like-
was younger, I just thought it was Rob
was
Zombie
Rob,
and his
yeah.
wife
Same.
playing brother and sister, and I was like, "This is a weird choice." 'Cause
Same.
there's definitely still sexual tension between you.
But the whole scene, it's a lookalike Rob Zombie with his wife playing a character, and he's like, hey, he's sitting in the cuck chair in a hotel room, like, hold on, let me hit the pose. He's like, so do you want to fuck my sister, who is also my wife?
I
You
offer
don't?
you fucking my sister. I get watching.
What are you, gay? like and then just the whole movie, it's just like, hey, can you just like spread your ass a little wider for the camera? And it's like, bro, what are you doing? So I wrote down, I said,
The holes in the ass of her pants are all wrong. I need to see more.
I need you to show hole, not spread it. Lift your pants up a little. Like,
All right,
Jesus.
so
no.
in this scene, I really need you to sell that his wife is the hottest woman in the world. I need you stammering. I need you drooling. If you could actually say awooga, that would like really help.
But I wrote down, I said, is Rob, parentheses, Rob, me of my wife, Sherry Moon Zombie, a cuck? Parentheses, ass all over the movie, and specifically immediately before the cucking of the literal victims. Quote, you don't think my sister's hot? What are you going, gay? Like,
yeah, exactly.
he's in the cuck chair in the hotel. It's
Yeah.
like, there's a science to this.
It's like,
You're the fetish guy.
Science.
You don't kink shame. You should know.
The working title for this film was The Cucking of the Man.
The cuckening.
the cuckening.
One flew over the cuckold's nest.
So Otis tells Gloria to stand up in the middle of the room and strip down. Adam says, "Please, mister, this is insane." He responds with, "Boy, the next words out of your mouth better be some brilliant Mark Twain shit, because it's definitely getting chiseled on your tombstone."
I'm sorry, but incredible.
He's bangers, bro. Like, the
Incredible.
motherfucker's got bars, dude. It's fucked up the entire
Incredible.
movie. He's got the best lines.
Someone does need to clip that and put it right before I break down, because that goes hard as fuck.
Yeah,
And then just like
yeah.
a China symbol hit, just like
Bing.
ding, boom, 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 boom,
Start
boom.
fucking spin kicking. So he fondles her, sticks the barrel of the gun down her pants, and makes him kiss him before her tossing her on the bed. He tells the men to get up because they have an errand to run, leaving Baby to guard the women.
I gotta say, I've never, like, we've done Irreversible on this show.
Yeah.
I have never been as tense
Oh yeah.
sitting next to Amanda, knowing that a like sexual assault scene was coming up.
Hmm.
I remembered it being so much worse than it was. Like it's
Yeah.
still not
Oh, it's
great.
bad. No,
It's never great.
it's
But compared to other movies we've done, I was like, oh, genuinely not as bad as I thought. I think maybe just because I was
no.
14 watching this, I was like, this is the height of depravity.
But even then, though, like it's like the performances really fucking sell that scene. Like that
Oh,
whole scene is
it's bad. I'm
incredible.
not saying it's not bad, but like
Yeah.
I could have sworn like from memory,
Oh yeah, of course.
and it's not a Mandela effect.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
just remembered wrong.
Yeah.
That I could have sworn he like made them do things,
Mm.
but I think I'm
Hmm.
just confusing movies in my head.
You were just
That
Yeah.
filling in the blanks.
Yeah, that was all happening off
I
screen,
was like, I
thankfully.
remember like the worst shit you can imagine happen, and it's like,
Though
yeah,
they do
it's pretty
say that
bad, but it's not as bad as Irreversible.
Mm.
no, absolutely not. But they do say that Otis was sexually assaulting people too. So it was like,
Mm.
Oh, he certainly was.
yeah,
And
yeah. So
Yeah.
most
that's all happening off screen, though.
Like the wiki article says, and then he rapes her, and I'm like, and that's she was
Really?
assaulted, but
Oh wow.
yeah, but
that's
yeah.
that's not that's not in
It's not that
there.
it's again. It's not. We're not invalidating anything. It's not fucking. But it is
Well,
just
he
like
makes
I
her
can't.
I mean,
suck
a
his
gun on my dick would freak me the fuck out.
Yeah,
he makes her
exactly.
go down on him, right? That's
No,
what's
he
kind of
No,
he
no.
It's
implied.
such a brief time
Oh
It
that
looks
yeah,
like
it
he
isn't.
pushes her head down and
He pushes
she's
her head down
he
and he
pushes her
implies it, but
down,
he doesn't.
and then he throws her on the
Yeah, he
bed.
throws her on the bed.
And he just like
Oh.
cackles.
Mhm.
He's just like I could.
Mhm.
Okay.
I could right now, but we don't have time.
Yeah.
the most
Fair.
upsetting thing about this scene is the husband in the band, the
Oh,
older guy,
boy.
just his face,
I'm Roy Sullivan.
what like not defending his wife
Yeah.
in this situation.
He's
It's just
so
like
It-
it's the most
it's
depressing thing.
fight or flight or
He's like, I can't,
yeah.
I don't want to die. This is gonna happen.
This
Yeah, yeah.
felt like the oldie brand version of the funny games couch scene.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
but to me a lot more artistically valid than the couch scene in Funny Games.
Oh man, I don't know.
That scene
I
ruins
don't
that
Well,
entire
dude,
movie
I
for
don't
me.
Really?
know that. Yeah,
I'm
I
not
was
Yeah.
gonna
talking
say,
about the
now we got a
shotgun.
3-on-1.
Hold on,
Yeah.
wait. I'm not talking about the shotgun. That's all I'm gonna say because I love
No,
that
I'm
Yeah,
movie.
talking
yeah.
about
But
I'm talking about when he picks up the remote.
oh no. I just mean when he makes
I
her
disagree.
undress. It's the same thing where there's no
Highly disagree.
genuine assault from what I remember, but he's like undress yourself, get naked,
Oh
and the
yeah,
husband's
yeah.
just
It's
sitting there.
you're right.
Uh,
No,
It,
you're
yeah,
that's
and
an
this is
apt
like
fucking description for that.
It
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like the generic brand version of that.
It did make me think, you know, like place me and Amanda in that situation, and I'm like, it is fucked up because ultimately, what's of more use, dying in this instant, knowing like, yeah, if I try to defend you, I'm instantly gonna die,
Mhm.
or looking for your opportunity to, later, and how much do you have control over your thoughts in that instant, and
Yeah.
how much do
Yeah.
you just go
Yeah.
for it? But just being like, you know, in most films it's like the horrible hostage things happen, but then later is when you have your opportunity to like break free and get out, you know? So it's just like in this
Yeah.
moment you would just die,
Mhm.
Right.
but still emotions run so high, the stakes are so high, you know, that like we were saying, just the fight or flight of it all, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
just being like, yeah, even if he did anything, Otis would just shoot him in the head, and then the movie would keep moving
It's
forward.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
like,
it's one of the only moments of realism in this.
Yeah.
yeah,
Is them grappling with that and being like, well, there's nothing we can do right now. Like this is gonna happen.
I did feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
his face did go like, oh God, like there's really nothing I can
Hmm.
do.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's what I'm saying. Roy and I believe Adam was the other guy. They're both incredible in this next like segment when they go off on their own because of what you just said. His facial expressions during the entire scene, phenomenal. Like that dude acted his fucking ass off for this role, and he's one of my favorite parts. After watching this movie back, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, the band was really one of the best parts of this movie. Like
Mm.
those actors fucking killed it,
Yeah.
man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
And
good.
Before we move on, I just want to say one more thing. I know it's 4th of July weekend. I know we're all fucking eagle-blooded Americans, and I don't want to give credit, to the British right now, but you got to do what you got to do. I feel like Evelyn might know this movie because she knows every niche thing. I was looking for They Look Like People for like 9 years when I randomly saw it
Mm-hmm.
on
Oh,
like
yeah.
Showtime when I was like
Go listen to our
17.
look. They look like people
And then
episode.
I felt I gaslit myself into believing it didn't exist until she mentioned it. There was this British movie from like 2000, maybe like 8 to 10, and it was a home invasion movie, and it was like an address, and it was called like Cherry Lawn with like 18, like, and it
I
was
think
like a
I maybe
British home
see this.
invasion.
Yeah.
And like it was a suburban house, and it was like the suburban parents, and the son owed like money for drugs, and they
Mm.
like the people broke in, and they just, it's Funny Games but British, and like like Funny
It's-
Games meets Happiness,
It's
but it's
funny,
not
guys,
funny.
isn't it?
Oh.
But there's a similar scene with like the husband and the wife and one of the main protagonists. Again, I haven't seen this is all from memory when I was like maybe 16, 17.
Mm.
But this movie, I feel kind of bad watching it because as fucked up as I shouldn't say appreciate that being, but like that was one of the few times where I did kind of like lock in and I'm like, okay, we're getting kind of serious. I
Yeah.
felt nothing for anyone in this movie.
Hmm.
There's like two things I don't like in movies, which is like graphic sexual assault,
Mhm.
and I don't like the fucking annual American slavery movie that we have to pump out every year. I fucking hate those. But yeah, it's just like I was shocked by how little I reacted, and that was one of like the whole motel room scene is like the standout part of this movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just shocked by that.
I just
But
think I think that what it is too is that you're not given a lot of time to actually get to know the characters. The parking lot is where you're supposed to get to know these characters and just like you're like, all right, we're meant to just latch onto them now, and like this is meant to be who we're quote unquote rooting for to get away. You know what I mean?
fair.
Right.
So I can understand what you mean though, like not having the time to connect with them and not getting any more like
Well, we're certainly not rooting for Wydell. That's for fucking
Yeah.
sure. Jesus Christ.
Also, it's called Cherry Tree Lane from
Yes.
2010.
I
Okay.
could see the cover now even before
Yeah.
you even, but I didn't I know I've seen it, I just haven't seen it in years.
I'm
I should
afraid
go
to
back and watch
rewatch it because I remember I just didn't watch horror movies for a minute after watching that because it was just so grounded. There was
Yeah,
no
yeah.
like monster or even excessive gore.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
the strangers, but like reality,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
real setting. But
That's
carry
fair.
on.
That's fair. So we get a news report stating that the family is now being referred to as the Devil's Rejects. Back at the sheriff's station, Mama Firefly is being interrogated by Wydell. He attempts to intimidate her by showing her the scrapbooks they found when she once again comments about how baby resembles an angel. And he tells her she's going to be a dead angel when he catches up to her. She asks him, "Are you done trying to scare me?" He says, "No, ma'am. As God is my witness, I have only just begun." She then grabs a book and takes out pictures that they took of his brother's corpse and says, "I feel contrite about blowing his brains out because he seemed like such a nice man." You know, I think he mentioned his name was also Wydell. Was he kin to you? He
She's so
lunges
good,
at her
though.
and chokes her against the wall before the other pigs pry him off of her. She delivers an incredibly unhinged performance as she cackles, handcuffed to the chair.
She goes, she's like, go get him, sheriff.
I gotta remember earlier when you made a joke on my
No,
behalf.
that's motherfucker.
All I wrote down was I could fix her. Yo, the mom, she's kind of bad, and I could fix her. That's all I'm saying.
She's a baddie and she's a baddie.
She
That's
does-
Yo,
She does
that's
a
what
lot of
Austin
And
said.
also different actor playing the role of Mama Firefly in this one. I think better. I think a stronger.
Leslie Easterbrook from Police Academy
Oh, was she?
and other stuff.
So
But she's in all the Police Academy movies.
crazy. I didn't.
She's like,
her
Yeah.
and Captain Spaulding were my favorite parts of this movie, and not just for the meme of me, enjoying certain things that I like.
Not just
But
because I'm me.
no, point is,
What's
I-
pointing?
she does a lot of tongue stuff.
yeah, that's exactly
Yeah,
what he
well,
likes.
but
about
no, it's
it.
not. That was part of what I liked. But what I liked was her performance, specifically when she did the tongue stuff. But like,
He's
I
like,
also liked
the sheriff's
did.
like, Those farm boys must really love you. And she's like, everybody loves me.
Yeah.
Yeah, including me. That did a lot for me. That gave this whole movie one whole fucking star.
Austin's trying to star in a deleted scene of his own, if you know what I'm
I'll
saying.
star in what's her name? Austin in Mother Firefly make a porno. The
Leslie
2000 the
Easterbrook.
2026 remake of Zack and Miri make a porno with
Oh
me
my
and Mother
God.
Firefly.
Damn it, I have missed you so much.
Am I wrong? You can kink shame me all you want, Mister. Don't yuck my yums.
I'm sexually attracted to this woman. Am I wrong? I don't. How can I possibly?
No, what I'm saying is you could fix her, right? Like you had that thought where it's like maybe
You
I know I
had that
can't, but
thought.
maybe I should go to therapy, you know? Maybe.
He's like, look, if we're gonna be showing anyone's ass for half this movie,
Amazing.
I wouldn't have complained.
So another amazing needle drop here. Fooled around and fell in love by Elvin Bishop. Otis keeps antagonizing Roy, asking him if he likes the song. He tells him he does. Then Otis basically calls him the slur without saying the slur.
I'm pretty sure he did say the.
No, he doesn't say it there.
So-
But
so-
it feels like it though. That's what I'm
So
saying.
me talking about like the dissonance in the songs. Listen to the lyrics of this song
Yeah,
and
yeah.
think about being Otis fucking Driftwood.
Mm-hmm.
I must have been through about 1,000,000 girls. I'd love 'em and leave 'em alone. I don't care how much they cried, no sir. Their tears left me cold as a stone. But then I fooled around and fell in love. It used to be when I'd see a girl that I'd like, I'd get out my book and write down her name. But when the grass got a little greener on the other side, I'd just tear out that page.
So good.
Free on my own, that's the way I used to be. But since I met you, baby, love's got a hold on me. I
Yeah, it's
fooled
perfect.
around and fell in love.
It's so good, dude.
Like
It's a
thinking
great
about the
fucking song.
context of what
Yeah.
going through 1,000,000 girls means to
Mhm.
Otis Driftwood.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
You know?
It's so fucked.
Like truly art is so open to interpretation.
Mhm.
Like to me that's I don't know, man. Like you watch the director's commentary. Does he ever say like I the point is that you like bad people in this movie and that you shouldn't? Or is he saying they're pretty sick, huh?
No, he's pretty.
That really lean towards the latter.
It's like I've seen a lot of interviews with Rob over the years, and it's just like he really has this like this nonchalant vibe about him when he's ever in interviews. It's like, oh yeah, I just did that thing because felt right. You know what I mean? It kind of is like he doesn't have deeper meaning than like, oh yeah, it was just good at the time, and like that's kind of what worked.
Yeah, he just thinks
With
they're
what we had.
cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
God damn it.
It kind of felt like that, but he did say like he's that was also like a point I gave him. He's like I was listening to a lot of this music while I was writing the script, which did inform like you're saying like how Otis was written and stuff like that, and so like things work. The soundtrack works in like context with what you're seeing on the screen. So I was like, oh, it's not just a random ass needle drop, which would have been
Yeah, it's
out of place.
definitely that relationship is definitely on purpose.
Mhm.
I just wish this Ooga Booga caveman had rubbed sticks together on purpose to make fire.
Yeah.
But he just kind of was rubbing sticks together and it happened.
What you
You
were
know?
saying earlier, I'm kind of realizing I suffer from already, where in 100 years we'll be like, oh yeah, he made music. It's been so long since I've gone out of my way to listen to Rob Zombie,
Yeah.
but
You don't
I
need
know
to.
him now as a director, and I'm realizing that
Yeah.
he came up with Manson as the shock rock guy of like the before him,
Yeah.
but like the late
Mhm.
90s, the early
Yeah.
mid 90s shock rocker. So like I mean, there's depth to it to an extent, but it was just to be shocking during like the satanic panic, era. And to really hate this movie so much without having the forethought to be like, oh, a shock rocker turned director that just makes like a movie with
Yeah.
nothing but shock. Like,
Well, that's
I
what I
shouldn't
was
be really
saying.
shocked by it.
No, but what I was saying was that's why I appreciated because like the first House of a Thousand Corpses was his very first movie ever, and like you write what you know, and what he
Yeah.
wrote was a lot of horror music and a lot of stuff. Like we've all listened to you've listened to Rob Zombie, right? Oh, okay, well, like,
Maybe accidentally.
that's fair.
I don't know. I wouldn't
think
know that's what I was
I don't. I
hearing.
mean, Rob Zombie's music is not bad.
Yeah,
White Zombie to me is a lot better.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
No, I'd agree. I'd agree.
I mean, and it's the same as Ozzy and Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
Like Black
yeah.
Sabbath fucking rules.
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy like has a bunch of bangers, but
Mm-hmm.
like I'm much more likely to put on a whole Sabbath album
Sabbath
before a
record.
whole Ozzy
Yeah,
album, and
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing, you know.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Evelyn.
Hmm?
Evelyn,
Yeah.
do you know what Gravedigger is? Like the monster truck?
No.
Okay.
The
So
green and
look up
black
a
one.
video of Gravedigger and listen to the noise and look at the car
Dracula.
Okay.
and not even Dracula, but like just Gravedigger the monster truck and then imagine like a middle-aged man singing over the revving of the engine. And that's pretty much what Rob Zombie feels like.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good tone set.
I'll do that because that sounds shorter than
Yeah, yeah.
doing the other thing.
Yeah.
Less threatening.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they park and they start walking on a dirt road. A dirt road. Adam asks where they're going, and Otis tells them that they're going to go dig up some guns he hid out there a while back. Well, Adam asks a follow-up question, then what? Otis tells them, well, there ain't no what. That's where the end of the road. That's the end of the road. When Roy asks if he's going to kill them, he sticks his gun in his face and tells him, consider me Willy fucking Wonka. This is my chocolate factory, and you're gonna... Adam sees an opportunity, grabs a plank of wood on the ground nearby, and strikes Otis in the back of the head, yelling for Roy to grab the gun, but Otis mule kicks him and grabs Roy by sticking his fingers in his mouth. That was crazy. That was a crazy ass move.
He's
I was
gonna
like,
fish
whoa.
hook him.
Yeah, he fish hooked him. That's crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Adam chokes out Otis with a tree bark, but he's still able to grab a Bowie knife that he keeps in his boot and stabs at him in the leg before using the gun in Roy's hands to
Right
shoot
in
him
that
in the
juicy femur.
Wait.
back. Yeah.
Are we talking about when he got shot in the leg?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, shoots him in the
Okay.
neck. No, he shoots him in the neck.
Okay,
But
real
he's, like,
quick.
holding
Graze the
Roy's hand,
jugular.
like, you know,
Can I do something real quick?
Please. What? It's cutting out. What are you?
No, it didn't work. It didn't work. I charged my
On
JBL
the-
speaker
Yeah,
for
I'm
that.
sure on the audio you'll have heard that. That's so funny.
No, it was We Are Charlie Kirk.
Nice.
That was the first thing I thought of.
Excellent.
Speaking of
As soon as I
speaking of
saw
needle
that,
drops,
that
Speaking of
fucking
needle drops,
howling
exactly.
song bolted into my head, and I just started laughing for the first time in like 45
man.
minutes.
He takes the gun and pistol whips Roy on the ground before he takes the tree bark and strikes Roy in the nuts when he's playing mini golf. He walks over to Adam as he's bleeding out and says, please, mister, just stop. He says, stop? Bitch, I am just getting started. You want to see badass, motherfucker? I'll show you badass. Here we go.
are we?
We're almost there. You'll know. So he walks over to the Roy on the ground and says, Haas, I want you to pray to your God. I want you to pray that he comes and saves you. I want lightning to come down and crash upon my fucking head. As he begins, Otis mocks him and acts like he's being struck down. Then his face drops and he stands over him saying, I am the devil.
Devil.
And
I'm here to do the devil's work. Yay!
We'll see how good that
we
went.
said the name of the movie in the movie.
In the
Yay!
movie.
After they already said
We said the
the
movie
title
3
8
times.
times. Yeah.
We said the name of the movie in the podcast based on the movie. Yay!
It's weird. It's weird how one-liners and them attacking him first, like the cinematic language of someone defending themselves and just like having cool things to say,
Yep.
lures a 14-year-old to go, "Oh, that was sick," and I'm rooting for this guy. I really like how this guy just told the other guy that the gun that he fingered his wife with still smells like her
His
pussy.
wife's pussy,
That's
yes.
my
Fuck
hero.
And that's what I mean. That's what I meant earlier. It's just like a dude with a haha tattoo down his fucking forearm. Like it's like if Elliot Rogers' Manifesto was a fucking movie.
I'm feeling
Like-
targeted right now having the fucking
I
joke.
love you. I love you. I don't judge you. We listen.
But you
and
are
we
a
don't
guy
judge.
with that tattoo who does
Exactly.
like this movie.
Okay, fair. I forgot about that. Now I feel kind of like an asshole. Okay. Anyways, the point is,
There,
it's
but you're my asshole.
There was one time
Are you gonna milk
where
it?
There's one time where I was hanging out with this dude and we were watching anime and I think we were watching Vinland Saga no, it was a trailer for like the Viking show and there was just a dude who had like long hair on top but all the sides completely shaved and then the long hair on top like tied up into a little top knot
Yeah.
and I was just like I just don't really like see the fucking point of that of like just have one hairstyle or the other and he was just like yeah, that's pretty much how my hair is.
Yeah, that was my
And
hair up until like 2 years
and
ago.
I was just like, "Oh, well, it looks good on you." He's like, "No, no." It's like, "All right.
What
Well,
was he?
I was never gonna fuck you, so."
Was it similar or was he reaching?
It wasn't like super similar. Like he had like yeah, like shorter on the
You could
sides
tell
than
he
the
models his
top, but
entire life and
it
look after that
it
character,
wasn't the
probably.
same. But he ended up being a big piece of shit anyway,
There
so
you
fuck
go.
him.
There you go.
All right, all right. Before we carry on, I have my redemption. Okay, so it's not the haha tattoo. It's do you know Dax the rapper?
No.
No.
Yeah,
The-
Sidesho's
Yeah.
favorite rapper. Stop.
Okay, listen. It's the fucking guy, and he's like, "You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying." And then he wears like the Joker makeup.
Oh,
You don't know
God.
this?
Oh, it's
Dude,
bad,
Instagram
It's
Reels, my
it's
algorithm is
it's
hitting with shitty
it's
I was just saying,
musicians.
probably about to get those fucking
it's
reels
cringe
now.
What have you
core to the
done?
max, bro. It's
Dude, I
cringe
have
maxing.
curated like 25 likes just off
Uh,
the like reality cuff of people trying to make music on Instagram
yeah,
Reels,
yeah.
and it is beautiful. Catatonic Youth doesn't have shit on my algorithm. It's fantastic. Carry on. I'm sorry.
Anyway, he beats him to death with the bark and straddles at him, saying, "I got plans for you, hero," as he once again brandishes the knife. Back at the motel, Wendy tells Baby she needs to use the restroom, so Baby tells her to hit Gloria as hard as she can, which she does. As soon as she's alone, she tries making an escape through the window. Baby walks over to the door when she hears what's happening, and Gloria quickly grabs the unattended gun on the table. She tells her she'll kill her, and Baby says, "What did I ever really do to you? I'm your only hope. My brother's fucking crazy. You've seen him." Gloria tells Wendy everything is okay and to come out, but Baby suddenly throws a knife in her chest. She then
Skill.
What's up?
Just sudden amazing skills.
Yeah. She has
Yeah.
it like
Underhand
yeah.
knife throwing.
She's
There
fucking-
there is this implication throughout both movies, and it is like built up from the first one that Baby's true skill is in like handling blades. That like
Is it?
yeah. It's like it's very much implied that like
Okay.
she's more of a
she's
like
more of a knife.
close
knife
quarters
gal.
cut you up. Otis is just like as long as you die, Otis is fine. So like he'll
Yeah.
whip a gun around and put it to people's heads and shit. Baby holding a gun is basically just so you listen to her so she can stab you.
That's
Right.
it. Yeah. It's a real
Yeah.
good read on that for sure.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely like her the how her character is built up across both films.
Mm.
Because
So it makes
otherwise she
sense.
would have had the gun loaded.
Yeah, the gun with no bullets in it, and then she has her knife. So how many times has she run this scam on people? Especially because she loves the power dynamics
Yeah,
of it all,
exactly right.
which in a movie made by a smarter guy, I would say is like a fucking critique on the like the power inherent in rape and like how Otis does his thing as opposed to her. She wants her victim to feel like they have power
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
she
for a
kills
second
them.
she wants hope. Yeah, she wants to
Yeah,
give them
so
hope.
she
Yeah.
uses the gun to manipulate the situation and then can just leave it there and not worry and then get that moment of you thought you were going to kill
Yeah.
me. Now
Yeah.
now I hit you with a throwing knife from across the room.
Mhm.
You die in terror and confusion.
I like how
Also-
they used every single fucking take of Sherry Moon blowing on both of these women's hair. She does it like 15 times. She's just like,
It's so
I
weird.
didn't even catch that.
They just really want you to know that she would be so down to make out with both these chicks at once. Like
It's almost like the
have to
director's
do
like
that.
a big fat cuck. Like, no way. Damn,
Yeah.
damn, bro, that's crazy. I love you, Rob, but like
Yeah,
it's giving the cuck chair energy. Like, and like you sit in a director's seat too. Like he's cucking himself behind the camera. He's like, yes. Yes.
he's sitting over
Zoom
there.
in on her ass.
He sits in Cuck Village. That's where they're looking at the monitors.
He's gonna do the anniversary remake like they're doing of Possession of Requiem of a dream.
I'll
And it's
be in
just going to
the
be
I'll be in the
Cherry Moon
village
Zombie ass
alone.
to ass. Just a zoom in. Okay. No, but real quick.
God damn it.
Evelyn mentioned the coffee earlier when Captain Spaulding went to
Mhm.
piss and it cuts the coffee.
Mhm.
In between the kill scene with Otis and then cutting to this scene with
Mhm.
Baby, there's this final blow to the face of the, Charles Kirk. What's his name? I'm not trying to be funny. I just can't remember his name.
Of Adam. Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah, TPUSA guy. Yeah. But there's like a scream that he makes and he's gargling and then it lets out this belting scream
Yeah.
and then it's like I learned a fancy new film word. It's a J cut to the television and it's like a soul like singer, like a bluesy guy just
The
like belting
pride
out
in Evelyn's
hymns.
face just now.
I saw Obsession
She
and
said,
there was
"Correct,
like
white
several
man."
of those and I looked it up and I was like, this is one of my favorite things that I never realized I loved after seeing Obsession. There was a lot of those that I liked a lot and I was like, oh, that's what it's called. And I've been like shoving it into every film conversation I've had just to feel a little bit better about my own intellect. So yeah, no, I really did like that part though. And when you mentioned the coffee earlier, I thought
the
of this
editing
specifically.
was fantastic of this movie. You're
Yeah.
exactly right. That was another scene that was just like, fuck, that edit was so hard.
Mhm.
That edit was so good. So she then pulls down her pants and tells her, "Go ahead, shoot me right in the ass. Come on." When Gloria pulls the trigger, the gun is empty. Baby tells her, "Stupid cunt, ain't no bullets in this thing."
I wanted her to get shot in the ass so bad. So bad.
So see, the artist intent is coming through. Now you want things in her ass.
Yeah. Projectiles.
That bullet's gonna milk her prostate. It's 2026, we're being
We're gonna
progressive
find the
here.
girl
It can milk
prostate.
her prostate also.
Couldn't find the clitoris. Started looking
Everyone
for the
talks
girl
about
prostate.
girl cock, but no one talks about girl prostate. I'm really sorry.
Gave up searching for the man in the boat. Now I'm looking for the man in the butt.
Look what you've done to him.
Pipe Dog would be proud.
Austin has used the man in the boat thing on this show before.
Okay.
Anyway, God fucking damn, I just want to get through this script. Wendy comes out of the restroom and makes a run for the front door, only to find her way into the arms of Spaulding, who headbutts her and knocks her unconscious. Back at the station, Dobson comes to the realization that Captain Spaulding is named after a character in a Marx Brothers film.
The most unrealistic thing in this movie is Dobson piecing this together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whitell tells him to bring in a movie critic for questioning named Marty Walker, who is an expert on Groucho Marx films.
And he has grown himself a twirling mustache.
Yeah, looks like a Marx Brothers character.
My note here is when Marty arrives at the station looking like Super Mario cosplaying Groucho Marx.
I am so
my
sad.
God.
Because if I would have watched this earlier, I was planning on watching this like several days ago, and I was like, I don't have time. I saw that scene when he walked in, and so badly did I resent myself for waiting till the night before because I so quickly wanted to go on Amazon Prime, as much as I hate using Amazon Prime, and get a pair of Groucho Marx glasses, and then just like appear on video and just wear them the entire episode.
Yeah.
I know, and I fucked it up.
Incredible.
I want to see the stats on like how many Groucho glasses purchases are made last minute.
Yeah.
I need them. I need them in an hour.
Same day delivery with Prime.
So, when Marty arrives at the station looking like Super Mario cosplaying Groucho Marx, he tells Whitell he has a grocery list of movies involving Groucho, including such gems as A Girl in Every Port and Skidoo, where Groucho played the part of God, directed by Otto Preminger, who happened to be Jewish, although he played a Nazi commandant in Stalag 17, directed by Billy Wilder. Otto also directed Exodus, and it's rumored that at the premiere, Mort Stahl stood up, yelled at the screen, "Otto, let my people go." It's ironic, don't you think? Nazis, state of Israel.
It's unfortunately you go, yeah, that
exactly.
I wrote down for this. It's I just put quote. It's ironic, isn't it? Nazi state of Israel unquote. And then I just said only thing that's aged well in this fucking movie so far.
Weirdly.
And I
So
don't believe or
weirdly.
disbelieve that in any way whatsoever. That's not an opinion that I have in real life.
Yeah,
That's just,
yeah.
an opinion that I have in Roblox. So
Yeah.
In Minecraft.
As one of the pedophiles, as one of the many pedophiles on that app, that's how
as the credits in this movie imply, I'm also going to imply the names, opinions, and people in this podcast are fictitious, and any resembling in real life are not. It's a coincidence. That's all.
Exactly.
God.
Does this scene exist because somebody gave Rob Zombie a hard time about like, did you just name those after Groucho Marx characters? And he's like, yeah, I fucking did. Okay.
It was definitely him trying to make it have like an overall point. Like there's lots of like anime and stuff. Like in JoJo, there's lots of band references. In Bungo Stray Dogs, each character is named after an author, and their powers are named after like the most famous book by that author.
Oh, JoJo.
Well, yeah, I meant to JoJo too.
Yeah.
But in both of those things, it's like real world flavoring, but like in world, it doesn't have like an explanation. Like never in JoJo are they like, I'm actually a big Pink Floyd fan. That's why my thing is called Crazy Diamond,
Yeah.
It's just I named it Crazy Diamond, and you're just like, okay, and you just move on with it. He just really seemed to feel the need to like justify having made that decision. You're completely right.
I mean, such as like the scene has nothing to do with anything. They don't really get anything out of the discovery that like the movie critic coming in. It doesn't really help anything.
The critic coming in doesn't help anything. It does sort of, I mean, in terms of like an investigation. It's to me as like a guy who grew up reading Batman. It's so interesting to me the mindset of like writing a mystery, like figuring out a mystery, That's why so many people just resort to Batman dangling a guy off a gargoyle and then him telling him everything, because it's really hard to figure out like how do you figure out
because you have to lay the tracks and then cover the tracks up.
Yes, exactly. So like some Agatha Christie shit, like it's a lot of thought that goes into it. So like this avenue fails, but ultimately all the Marx Brothers names do end up coming together in a way that at the end I was like, you know what? Like for all the faults, I'm like, you did an above average
really
job of
shit.
justifying it. It was a very it's like a train wreck where at the end the train flips and lands on the tracks and you're like, whoa. Well, okay. I guess everyone's fine.
The end of Psycho, how they like made the last scene put in there. From what I've heard, I don't know the full context, but like they added that last scene in the police station because they didn't think audiences would like.
Hey,
that.
spoilers.
Oh,
some people haven't seen it yet.
Someone hasn't seen a movie from the fucking 60s. No way.
Excuse me, the Vince Vaughn version's from the 90s, all right, buddy?
Far superior one.
Sorry, go on.
There's so many like examples of like producers being like, you gotta add this. People are stupid and dumb and they got poopy doo-doo brains. You gotta add this. You gotta feed them the information while they stuff their face full of Diet Coke and popcorn like the fucking dummies they are. But the point is, it felt like the reverse of that, where he was just like manically like, whoa, like the Punisher, just like wait, like to the producers being like, give me money. This is the funding. This is the reason. It's not a house of a thousand corpses. Look. I thought of this in the last 5 minutes. There's purpose to this. There's drive. There's depth.
We did bring it up that literally that's how he pitched the House of a Thousand Corpses, because all he had was the name when he went to go make the movie. That's
what it felt like. I did like this scene.
And then he's like, how do I end this scene? Oh, he insults Elvis, and the sheriff is like, don't you ever fucking.
Wydell sees the Firefly family names on the list, and Dobson suggests they track down. So they track down Groucho to ask him some questions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, wait, did I write that? No, that's right. Dobson is the one who makes.
Find this Groucho guy.
Yeah, we find this Groucho guy to see if he's involved. Marty gets upset and laments how Elvis Presley died 3 days prior to Groucho and stole all the headlines. Wydell takes offense and says, if you ever say another derogatory word about Elvis Aaron Presley in my presence again, I will kick the living shit out of you. You get this Hollywood loving pussy out of my face. Fuck Groucho.
And I
This
love that.
also
I love on the way out he goes, Elvis was in Hollywood,
Yeah, he lives in Hollywood.
starts listing films Elvis was in.
and everything I said on top of that, it was funny to me, this scene, because it was like I knew we were doing this in like 12 hours after while watching it, and I was like, this just feels like he's giving us a middle finger for what we're about to do.
Mhm.
Like just like pseudo film critics, and it's like, actually, did you know in 1942 that this
It's
as
funny
I
to do
twirl
that
my
in the
literal
middle of a
mustache?
bad movie.
Yeah.
In the middle of a bad movie, be like, and if you don't like this movie, that's actually a condemnation on your character.
That's your problem, bro.
It's shallow and pedantic, to say the least, but we persist and we move forward.
It insists upon itself.
It insists upon itself, Lois. I actually do feel that way about The Godfather. I'm sorry, but
So at the motel, it's nighttime as Otis finally arrives, wearing Adam's face as a mask.
What are the odds that he like picked the right person's husband's face to bring back based on who was still alive?
Who's alive? Yeah.
It's that twin telepathy that you only get when you also fuck your sibling.
Right. That's how you get that.
And when the director's a cuck, the energy just kind of floats to the actors. So I think it was just like a shared mindset.
Yeah.
So there's a quick tense back and forth between him and Spaulding. And he raises the gun to Spaulding's chest and he bats it away as Baby tells them to knock it off. She asks them what they should do with Wendy, who's tied up to the bed. Spaulding says leave her for the maid to clean up, but Otis says he's got a better idea and waves the skin mask in front of her. I will say, I think this is an interesting point to bring up. The entire movie, I don't know if Spaulding kills anyone that we see.
I don't think so.
No, he just led them to the wood chipper.
Yeah. Well, even then though, like it's weird because there's looks on his face when they're like tormenting, I think Wendy in particular right here, where he kind of looks like disapproving.
Yeah, I did notice that.
He says to leave her for the maid. Like
Yeah.
I took that as like maybe like leave her in pieces, but then they're like, no, fuck you. We're gonna do something worse. And then he looks annoyed. So yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Kids will be kids.
Yeah. I think because even then, like the whole movie, he doesn't actually commit any murders, and I think maybe besides the cops, but that doesn't count.
Is he a pacifist?
Yeah, he's a pacifist.
I think literally that's kind of one of the arcs that I was talking about the last episode that he kind of goes on. It's very strange, but I do feel that like there's some part of Spaulding that was like knowing what he was doing was fucking wrong. Like the entire time, like he finally has this like sense of like sitting with it, and now he's like forming some sort of guilt about everything.
But the first movie begins with him murdering two people for like absolutely no reason.
That's what I'm saying. This was like the arc that he goes on in this movie because he is a very different character. Mostly too, you don't see him in clown makeup in the entire movie. He's in like two scenes maybe.
In the hands of a more capable filmmaker, I would be.
This would mean something.
I would lean more towards it. But they do say on the news report like several times like he is the leader of this family. He is the one who is like pushing these crimes to happen. He is the one who like made them the way that they are. And if I felt there was more actually open to interpretation, I'd be like, okay, we can discount that partially as this is the news's interpretation. But just as with hands resembling swines, let us say, the ham-fisted nature of this movie, I'm just like, yeah, I think we're just supposed to take that as gospel that like, yeah, he trained them all to be serial killers and do all of this.
I mean,
you can stretch it too, because as much as I hate giving Joey credit when it comes to this movie in particular, I do have to say, in what you were just saying, if I really want to extrapolate and like pull the silly putty until it starts to like rip apart, there's that dream sequence that he has when he's with the woman that pulls the gun on him, and it is just like hedonism and debauchery is like what he's been, and
Yeah.
like the prostitute kind of represents that. And then
Oh,
when
it
he
is also
finally like
interesting
throws
that
it in her face, he's like, "Shut up, you whore!" And she pulls a gun on him, and then
the roles
the
are
dream
reversed.
ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh fuck me, it's catching up to me. And then
Yeah,
when he wakes up
yeah.
from that, the rest of the movie is just his comeuppance of like everything from the first movie and before that.
See, that's
Maybe
So
I'm
it
just
is.
racist against white guys with dreads. I'm
Maybe
sorry.
you're just racist against juggalos. I don't know. Maybe you just hate clowns. Did 2016 do that much of a number on you?
exactly. So,
It sure did.
so the next morning, a cleaning lady opens the door to the room and finds the bodies of the victims propped up in the shower with dead fucks and the devil's rejects written in blood on the walls. When she turns to run, she sees Wendy suspended on the door frame, still alive. She grabs onto her and they fall onto the bed.
She's wearing her husband's face.
Yeah, and like an oversized flannel. So when she turns to run, she grabs on her and they fall on the bed. The lady pushes her off and they both run out of the room screaming.
When you need help, it's best to chase whoever you
Yeah.
first see
Okay.
as fast as you can.
So Wendy takes off running into the street and tries to hail down a car that narrowly misses her, but instead gets flattened by a semi.
The old 1-2.
Yeah.
This is the one time when a character dies in a stupid way, and I just was like, you know what? Valid. They didn't even kill you. They picked you up, closed the door, and stuck you on the fucking coat rack.
Yeah.
You're in shock. You're looking at the scene in full.
Mm-hmm.
You're wearing your husband's face, the husband who also just puked on you, so you're probably still smelling the bile behind his flesh on his lips that's now touching yours.
Yeah.
His mustache hair is getting in your teeth, and your eyes are just fluttering behind his fucking eyelids, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening? And it's morning, so like for probably like several hours, you're just like, it's like the father in Reanimator when he's banging his head against the fucking padded wall. So you know what? If you get out and you see just another person, I wouldn't be able to speak. I think I'd be a little broken. So her just getting fucking turned into marmalade on the asphalt was beautiful. And I was like, this is stupid, but completely appropriate.
Yeah, it
Fair.
makes sense for the character to die that way. Yeah, for sure. So the pigs have the crime scene taped off, and White Owl tells him and the sheriff if the witness has said anything. He says, yeah, lots of things, but I don't speak Spanish, so it's all mumbo jumbo to me. Shit, what am I, the mayor of Tijuana?
Good job.
Based.
I literally thought like
You're fucking stupid.
Austin really brings a white supremacy vibe to the function.
I'm Dude, I'm sorry. Carry on.
So,
I was just like, wouldn't it be helpful as a police officer in that area? Like, wouldn't that,
yeah, literally.
And where are they? Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Texas, yes.
Not a one of them.
Texas
well-
or Teja can depending on,
They-
which suspect you ask.
They have a whole conversation about the one guy on the force that speaks Spanish. He's homesick
Sorry.
today. He's shitting himself.
Shitting himself. He's like, if you spare
Explosive
me
diarrhea.
Send me any further details about your deputy's asshole.
So that's that plot hole buttoned up.
I love that. Yeah, exactly. So he goes to her himself and she says that she didn't see any culprits. We're then introduced to the Unholy Two, Rondo and Billy Ray Snapper, a pair of hired guns he uses to try and track down the rejects. Played by Danny Trejo and who's the other wrestler?
Diamond Dallas Page.
Diamond Dallas
Thank
Page.
you.
Yeah.
I knew that
DDP.
was a wrestler from my childhood, and I just couldn't place it.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I'm glad I'm not insane.
Dude, the fucking cast is like really
It's like
stupidly
TV.
stacked.
You
dude.
have like
yeah.
you have like middle-aged white dude comedians. You got WWE wrestlers. You got Rob Zombie directing. You got
literally is
ass.
Spike
This-
TV.
It's Spike TV
This and Volcano High playing back to back on a Saturday night.
with like intermissions of 1,000 Ways to Die
Yeah,
and episodes
yeah,
of
yeah.
Cops.
So, we see the family on the road in an oddly wholesome scene about Baby and Spalding wanting ice cream. They start chanting "Tutti fucking fruity," and Otis tells them there's no fucking ice cream in your fucking future.
Yeah.
Cut to the two of them happily eating ice cream while he sulks.
Adorable.
It's worth mentioning that in this scene, he also expresses distrust for Charlie, but Otis tells him that that's the only remotely safe place that he can think of. Yes, it
It
was really adorable.
it should also be noted what a like so in the first movie, Spalding directs the characters to the legend of Dr. Satan,
Hmm.
which brings
Hmm.
them directly into the clutches of the
Yep.
Fireflies, and they get chopped up, and then
Hmm.
at the very end they discover Dr. Satan is real.
Hmm.
But then in this movie, actually he's not. Never mind. Don't worry about that. Um, but just the like God, I'm so sorry. I forgot my fucking
You're
point.
good. No, you're good. I think it's worth noting too that he did talk about the Dr. Satan storyline being like used as a thing that was sort of the local folk tale to scare the locals, it and essentially to use that to cover up the crimes of the Firefly family. He said that was
Yeah,
what it was meant to sort of
yeah,
be,
but
like
but
the
then when they revealed he was real, I was like, oh, there's like actually something way more interesting happening
that's what I
here.
was saying.
And
And I
then
was like, yeah, you
stepping
just threw it
back
away. They just threw it away. I was like, oh man, like it's so weird. Like I didn't like the supernatural turn that it took at the end there because it just felt so out of place. But I was like, if they would have built on that in the second one, it would have been amazing.
to
It really
me
would
it
have worked.
to me it made the whole thousand corpses like make sense
Yeah,
of
it makes
like,
sense.
okay,
Yeah.
so maybe there really are a thousand
Mm-hmm.
bodies in
Mm-hmm.
here because of this like, supernatural monster aspect to it, and like
Yeah.
they are doing all this on the surface, but then they're bringing the special victims back to really be fucked up and
Mm-hmm.
become part of the family and
Yeah.
all these
This
things,
is this is also from memory, but when I remember last watching House of a Thousand Corpses, towards the end, isn't there just like miles of tunnels that like the
Mm-hmm.
girl is
Yeah,
running
Yeah.
through?
yeah.
So like I'm just imagining like every time they're driving down the freeway, there's just this like layered system underneath them of just
It's
like
like
it's like the
us.
French catacombs, but it's just like
Yeah, yeah.
decayed like valley girls or like country bumpkins.
The
Um
the underground like world in us.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Only without like the bad like renditions of like classic '90s R&B songs,
Exactly.
like the fucking tinged
The
violin.
violin and all that, yeah.
Yeah. But I did write down in the scene we were talking about how Sherry's character baby is Mabel from Gravity Falls. I forgot I wrote this down because I was so tired. I wrote Sherry's character is just Pacifica Northwest from Gravity Falls if she grew up with old man McGucket instead of her parents.
Jesus Christ.
Pacifica Northwest. What a great name.
If you
It's
know, you know. I'm not explaining it. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not ex-
Too
I
much lore.
I remembered my point from earlier is that he's connected to the family in the first one, but he
Mhm.
just seems connected to the family. And then in this one, it's revealed that he is baby's father, but he is not Otis's father. So there's so
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
they have different.
multiple families. So she's constantly calling him daddy,
Hmm.
but Otis obviously
He
doesn't.
just
Otis
calls
just
him
calls him Cutter,
Cutter. Yeah.
which apparently is
okay.
his real name.
Hmm.
Okay.
They say it too. I didn't write it down. I forgot.
Those were some subtleties that I missed at that stage in the movie because it had been beating me in the face for
Yeah.
an
Yeah,
hour and a half already.
because
I try. Oh.
RJ is Rufus Jr., but I think even the dad in the first one,
Yeah,
I don't think he's stated as being named
Rufus.
Rufus.
Yeah, I don't
So
remember that.
Is that, oh, that must be Rufus T. Firefly.
oh,
Hmm. Yeah.
Earl is the supposed patriarch of the family who tried to burn Tiny alive, and that's why Tiny looks like Freddy Krueger.
He's all
Mhm.
burned.
I didn't mention that when we first started. I completely forgot to bring that up. What I wrote down when I saw him and you said Freddy Krueger, I said, bro looks like if Freddy Krueger was listed the primary on a conservator account. And I feel like Chad's the only one that would really laugh at that.
I get that, buddy. I sure do for the
There it
benefit
is.
of.
There it
For
is.
the benefit of. I had one of those yesterday, and the lady's name didn't match the paperwork, and she was so mad at me. She's like, "Well, I got married and I didn't change my name." And I'm like, "Yeah, but Social Security thinks this is your name, so like, I'm at a standstill here. You gotta
Yeah.
understand."
You got to hit the womp womp after a while. I've
I
kind of
was
hit that point.
I was gonna say it looks like Freddie Jr. or Freddie Krueger, the point guard.
So we get an
Uh,
interesting dream sequence here. Shout out another dream sequence where Wydell goes back to the Firefly home and finds his brother George sitting in the basement. He tells him that he can't rest until all of them are dead and screams at John to kill them, jolting him awake.
It's funny because I actually looked it up really quick. Uh, George is the guy who comes with Walton Goggins in the first
Yeah,
movie,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
both get
Mhm.
killed. I
That
didn't
mama
realize.
blows his brains out. Yeah.
Yep, and I didn't realize that there was that much continuity between the films.
Oh yeah.
I thought he just said, "Well, if this cop's like pissed off because they killed his brother, that'll give him more reason to spiral in
Mm-hmm.
insanity."
That's literally what. Yeah, yeah. She says in the beginning too about how she's like, oh, I think he mentioned his name was also Whitell. Was he kin
hmm
to you?
I remember her saying that, but they've killed hundreds of people,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I thought it was an ass pull. I didn't
Mm-mm.
realize it was more of a ass foreshadow.
so, so Rondo calls him to tell him that he's found a lead. A friend of his used to buy hooch from a guy named Wolf J. Flywheel, whose partner went by the name of the Captain. He tells him that Wolf J now goes by the name of Charlie Altamont. Wydell tells him he knows what to do, and he tells him he knows what to do, and he hangs up the phone. Wydell
And th-
goes to yeah, go
and
ahead.
those are all names from the Groucho Marx list.
Mm-hmm.
So he does kind of end up sticking the because I was like, how is this going to do anything for their investigation? Aliases for people who are on the run that you're looking for,
Yeah, yeah.
who
Mm.
do not intend to like have a safe house and like stay in one spot. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
like I was like, how is this going to help? But then it ended up connecting it with better than I expected.
Yeah,
Way better
Yeah.
than I expected.
so Wydell goes to visit Mama Firefly in the holding cell, and she attempts to seduce him again, but he stabs her.
Waggles her tongue at him.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll suck the pain off it.
this was when I wrote the note down where I
Of
said she
course
could
it
fix
was.
me.
Of course
And
it was.
yeah, yeah, and there's a scene where I was like, "Oh, are they like? Is he finger fucking her? Like, whoa, I don't remember this."
He
And
was
then
like, I wish that was me.
they pan out in a second, and I'm like,
Because she looks
"Oh,
confused.
She looks confused, yeah.
oh, no wonder I am the way I am watching this at
This
13. No way.
motherfucker.
I should probably utilize my health insurance with free therapy. Whoa, we learned things watching this."
so, so he stabs her and he leaves her body behind. The rejects arrive at Charlie's Frontier Fun Town. Charlie greets them with a shotgun that he's pointing in Spaulding's face, and when he pulls the trigger, it squirts alcohol. They all laugh and get acquainted. Then they decide to make their way inside the bar. Ain't no use standing around like stone foot roosters in a fuck farm.
Real quick,
Just,
they introduced the two sex workers, right?
yeah.
The one with the dark hair, I realized this while we were recording now
Mhm.
because I looked something up from the cast.
Mhm.
The one with the dark hair is the one I was like, where have I seen her?
Mhm.
Didn't realize this until now. That's the love interest in the Warriors. And the whole time I was thinking of
What the
Ajax.
fuck? For
Yeah,
real?
that's because I was like, I know her face. I used to have a
Oh
crush
my
on her when I was a
God, dude, that's
teenager. It's from the
crazy.
fucking Warriors because the subway scene. Okay, maybe not the subway scene, but that whole movie, she's really
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
Not when she's
Yeah.
like beaten to shit, but you
No,
know.
I love the Warriors. That's so funny that you, yeah, 100%. I'm glad the Warriors found a way into this episode.
Dude, I love that movie so goddamn
It's
much.
so goddamn good. So while they party it up, White Owl practices being tough in front of a mirror before praying.
Dude, I love that back and forth. They're just having like a really great night.
No,
And he's just
I
like
love, dude,
practicing his
yeah,
cool guy lines.
yeah. He's a taxi
Just,
driver,
just
sniper ring.
imagine hating me and I'm just at the horror ranch like
This was the like, you want to know how I got these scars? Like, I just imagine a
100%,
dude
yeah.
wanting to make a movie and he's doing this in his
That's
mirror
literally
instead
what
of
this
like
is. Yeah.
learning. Yeah.
he's like, today's your reckoning. No,
This
wait, hang on. It's just running lines.
Yeah.
this is like what I imagine dudes do in between going on like 4chan/B. Like they get off to take piss breaks and they look in the mirror and they just point and they do that. It's like the fucking wiki picture.
Just doing a little Lahane morning exercises.
Yeah. And then they jump back on /pole and just be like neo-Nazis, you know? Like
I
you
love
know.
that we're bringing up a lot of my favorite fucking movies on this 100th episode. That's so funny.
Are the boys all right? We're not sure.
This is a good time to bring this up. Joey, Evelyn,
Hmm.
Chad, I really am passionate about this. Have you learned of like the male loneliness epidemic? It's a real crisis. Like, I don't know, and like
Yeah,
I feel like it's not being taken seriously enough.
yeah. I think something's going on.
If only we could pair more young boys with old women.
I,
Stop them, Tim. This
I'm not
tracks.
gonna add anything because I'm not gonna disagree, and I don't want to agree. Wait, young is in like legal adults,
This motherfucker. So
like
the
at least
next
19.
morning,
I left it
the
Okay,
open to
next
sorry.
morning,
interpretation.
the
Okay.
next morning, Charlie and Cleavon go to buy chickens for Spalding to cook. Oh,
I,
by the way, I don't know if we mentioned, but Cleavon is actually played by the dude from the Hills Have Eyes, like the original one.
Yeah,
That's
Mm.
yeah.
crazy, dude. That motherfucker's really, really dope. I
Oh,
like the way
oh,
he's used in this movie.
I brought up the fact that we have who's the character we were just established that shot alcohol into the faces?
Oh,
He's
Charlie.
Charlie.
like
Charlie.
Charlie, and then we have who you were just talking about. We have like this cavalcade of like the Marvel's Avenger team of like iconic horror cast.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I wrote down a little spiteful little note. Where is it? I'm so lost because I'm jumping all over the place in these notes. Ba 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 ba. I lost it, but I was pretty much just going off about like how they have this like ragtag group of like iconic fucking characters. You got Charlie from like Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
You got Hills Have Eyes guy. You got
Getting the
Sherry
team
Moon
back
Zombie's
together.
ass. You got
The
everybody,
the
and it's
the
just
the chicken cart
slop.
guy. He's just like kind of a I get a Letterkenny vibe from him.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
yes,
yeah, that
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
definitely.
very.
Yeah.
You're not
That was
gonna fuck
adorable. They're
these
like, we
chickens, are you?
Dude, I fucking this is my favorite fucking part. So the man agrees to sell them a couple, but a couple of chickens, but pauses and asks, "Now, y'all ain't planning on fucking these chickens, are you?" Charlie takes offense and asks him if he's accusing him of being a chicken fucker. And he looks at Cleavon and says, "I ain't calling you a chicken fucker, but boy over there looks sexually frustrated, and I don't approve of chicken fucking."
the guy had an amazing accent.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
where did you find this guy? His belly is just out.
Yeah,
Letterkenny is so spot on.
yeah, 100%. That's so good.
This is a local
It
guy.
it also I like the fact that they took so much offense to that, and I know Charlie wasn't there in the beginning, but he clearly
Mhm.
knows what's going on. There is like rows of women in cages, and he specifically talks about like I ain't ever fucked a chicken, but like I haven't, I'm not gonna say I didn't think about it. And he talks about cutting the head off of a
He says
chicken
you could
with
if you
you
didn't have
inside of
any.
it, and it squirms and clasps onto you like no pussy ain't ever done did. So like I'm thinking in my head, and I'm like, you're taking offense to this, but like in my head, we show Otis in a bed with a corpse, and then
Yeah,
I'm just like,
exactly.
I know he's done that to some 17-year-old cheerleader, so like, why the fuck you getting so angry over a goddamn chicken? Like, and then I said earlier that like this feels like a movie that like a juggalo's favorite movie would be. This movie has a
Mhm.
juggalo vibe to it, and they have a song called Chicken Hunting, and that's all I'm gonna say. And
God
you should
damn
look
it.
up the lyrics to that song. And it's just full circle. It's just a big old circle. Life is a circle.
I
It's all
know.
about equivalent exchange, and Devil's Rejects is in there somewhere.
I don't know why I'm surprised that Juggalos came into this conversation because it's like
I,
that makes complete sense. It makes complete sense that
I'm
you
from
brought
the city
Juggalos.
where
Yeah, I was
Fago
gonna
was
say,
invented.
literally.
Leave me alone.
So, Charlie angrily tosses him the money and they leave as Cleavon flips him off. It calls him inbred. As they're about to exit the lot, Whitell stops him and strong arms Charlie into making sure his brother and the other rejects are at his bar tonight when the Unholy Two show up.
He pulls out all those lines that he's working on all night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which they would be impressive if we hadn't seen that, but I guess that's why we saw that.
That's exactly, yeah.
And like this is how many hours after he murdered a suspect in custody in a prison cell. Like
he just drops the knife. To
the whole rest of this movie, I'm like, how has he not been arrested yet? Like no one's like, where's
I'm
Sheriff?
walking the line here, brother. You gotta believe it. I'm walking the line.
They just cannot find him, or they're not looking. Anyway,
So, we then see Billy Ray and Rondo speaking with Wydell and at their trailer. He tells him he doesn't care about what condition they're in, just as long as they're alive long enough for him to piss in their faces before they die. Rondo pulls him aside and tells him that he's been using a bazooka to eliminate 3 little roaches. Now, when you hunt roaches, you don't blow up your house. You send in an exterminator. He crawls like a roach. He thinks like a roach. He's got a little roach mind. Wydell interrupts him and says, "You better be careful. Maybe you get stepped on like a roach." And Trejo,
He's so hostile to the guys
yeah,
helping him. It's
I
like
love
it like does not make sense.
I love this though. Trejo once again delivers his signature surprised shocked face as Wydell walks off. He's perfect every single time. His face, he goes very passionate. And they just go. His face drops. It's so funny.
Famously, I think I may have talked about this on the show before,
Mm,
but he wants so badly to make sure that like the mistakes of his past of like doing crime and being a gang member aren't glorified in his roles that
mm.
he like has a clause of like you need to make me look stupid. Like
Mm.
my character needs
That's
to
funny. I didn't even
yeah,
notice that. That's
Hmm.
so funny.
like The Rock and Vin Diesel have
Yeah,
clauses that say they
they
can't
have
lose
to,
fights and they have
yeah,
to
win
throw the
fights.
same amount of punches.
Hmm.
But Danny Trejo's is if I'm gonna be a gangster, like in the Yakuza game, he pisses his pants.
That's so
And I'm
funny.
pretty sure he legitimately was like, make me piss my pants.
That's so
Like
funny,
make sure
dude.
my you get the point that my character is not a cool guy.
Hmm.
That's cool. I like that. I like that. So we then see Billy Ray and Rondo speak. Oh, my bad, sorry. We see our heroes question mark enjoying the evening,
See what I mean?
smoking. Yeah, exactly. Smoking and relaxing. Just as the unholy two infiltrate the bar, killing some of the girls in the process. They rough up Otis by tossing him out the front window, continuing to beat his ass on the floor. And Rondo catches Baby in the bathtub. While Spaulding is enjoying his joint, Whitell pours a shot, and then Spaulding threatens him. When Spaulding threatens him, he shoots him. They round up everyone in the truck, and Charlie sulks, saying sorry to Charlie. Oh, Charlie sulks, saying sorry to Spaulding.
This is such
It's
a
just
huge
business.
mistake on his part. You know how, like, if there's a kidnapping happening, like you got to do everything you can to not let them take you to a second location.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
with these fuckers, you don't want to take a firefly to a second location. You better kill them right there on the ground where you have them. If you take them somewhere, they're gonna wiggle out of it.
That's fair. That's
Yeah, if we're
fair.
getting
Big
extra
mistake.
judicial, let's get extra judicial.
That's good.
Good time to throw our once per episode ACAB.
Oh yeah, I mean, I hope that was implied by all the times I wrote pig instead of
I,
cop.
I I was I was like, so Amanda, at this point, who are you rooting for? And she was like, obviously the cop. Like, I don't like cops, but these are mass murdering rapists.
Exactly.
I was
Exactly.
like, yeah, fair. You know?
Yeah. The entire time I'm just like everybody sucks. And then like towards the midway point, I'm like, everybody sucks, especially the cop also, but like he's correct at least. And
Mhm.
then we get to this point coming up where it's like, oh no, he's just like right, but equally sucks as much because he
Yeah.
kind of gets lost in the
Of
sauce.
everyone's actions, whose revenge mission makes the most sense?
This
Exactly.
is just like poor man's I saw the devil.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it
Mm.
I would.
literally just no one wins type of
Yeah, for
shit.
sure. Yeah. It's and again,
Yeah.
that's a better movie,
Yeah.
but you're right. There are connections for sure.
Just like I mean, like in the fact that like everyone is kind of dislikable. You love the main character until you're like, oh no, you're a piece of shit also.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes the three back to their house and monologues at them for a bit while they're bound to the chairs.
You see this picture? It's my brother George. I'm like, we fucking know. Oh my
He
God.
brought photos of all the missing persons in the area that ended up as their victims and begins stapling them to their skin. He then shows them a picture of George and says he was a good man, very trusting. I'm sure that's what got him killed. We'll take a good look because that's the reason you're gonna die tonight. When Spaulding speaks up, basically calling George an idiot for listening to him, Whitell starts attacking him with a cattle prod, first electrocuting him and then beating him with it. He then shows photos of Mama Firefly's dead body to Baby and brags about stabbing her.
Straight
Escalating a
bitch up.
bit Go ahead.
It's funny because I do think they all enjoy pain because even
Hmm.
like Spalding is like, no, no, I did all of them, just staple them all to me. And I think he's like a guy who started doing killings at some point in his life, and like, like the difference between that as opposed to these two people who were raised as children to become these
Yeah.
monsters,
Mm,
like they love every moment of it. And like you guys were saying with that like moment of like his reticence, of
Hmm.
yeah.
like maybe that difference of someone who like grew into that life and then someone who was just born into it,
Yeah.
you know? And
Yeah.
he's like, no, just staple them all to me. And they're
Mm,
all like groaning like they're in pain too. But I think part of them is just like enjoying what's happening as well. Same with Mama when she was getting stabbed and split open,
mm.
she was like, oh fuck, I like this.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
sort of
Like
erotic for her.
yeah, like there was a level of like, hey, I go out doing what I love.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it the reminds me a little bit of the loved ones
You
that
go
like
and listen to
the
our
dad
Mama
and
episode.
this heinous monster that he's raised is like
God, that was early
she's
on too. We did that. That was like 17. That was like fucking way. That was underneath 20. That's crazy, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that episode. That movie is fucking amazing. But you're
It's just like
completely
she
right.
take like he's created this life where he
Hmm.
does this thing to
Hmm.
people and she lives it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Is
She's more
that
about it than he is.
is that the Australian movie about
Yeah.
like the prom night? That's the
Yeah.
one movie that everyone on here has covered that I have not seen yet. I
Yeah.
never
Oh
actually got to
man,
watch it yet.
you gotta see
You
it.
Sh
should.
Shout out Occult 83 in fucking Dearborn, Michigan. It's the last physical rental store. I go there
Uh,
once a week.
that's
It's
sick.
great.
Hell
It's
yeah.
great. But I saw it on there the other day and I thought of the podcast and I
Get
was like,
it.
oh yeah, I
Fucking
still
get it,
haven't seen
dude.
that.
Yeah, watch that movie, dude.
It's the one episode I haven't
Watch that
listened to.
fucking movie, dude.
It's
It's so
prom
good.
season. Do it.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
I'm
a little late, but
32.
yeah.
Hell yeah, prom season.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, in Michigan, I hear that's pretty normal.
oh, listen, Mercutio law says that
Oh
actually.
God.
So,
So yeah, okay, bad joke, bad
as
taste.
escalating a bit further, he drives massive nails into Otis's hands through the chair. When there's eventually a moment of silence, he wakes baby up and tells her to start running, mirroring the run rabbit run scene in the house.
Yeah, yeah, and he does call her a rabbit.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it's pretty fun. So he pours gasoline around Otis and Spaulding, and then sets fire to the place and walks out to chase baby.
This is why you don't play with your food.
Yeah, exactly. As she takes cover to find a weapon in a nearby barn, Charlie surprises her and tells her that they need to get her out of there. Inside the house, Otis comes to and sees the place engulfed in flames. So he starts screaming to wake up Spaulding. Charlie gets baby into the car as he turns to go back to the house, White Elf swings an axe into his neck and kills him. Baby hops out the car and makes a run for it, but he shoots her in the leg and she falls to the ground. He grabs a nearby leather hide and begins whipping her on the ground, asking her if she likes the feeling of being helpless and at the mercy of someone who's sadistic and deranged as her. He begins choking her out, and then we get a surprise appearance from Tiny, who snaps his neck and helps baby to her feet before freeing Otis and Spaulding from the burning building. The family is reunited. They hop in a car and they tell Tiny they'll come back for him. He waves goodbye to them, and then he walks straight into the fire.
Doesn't the house like explode?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And it's like really this baffled me too because it's really established in House of a Thousand Corpses that their father went into his room when he was a child
Yeah.
and for no reason at all like just poured gas all over him while he was asleep and
Yeah.
lit him on fire, and that's why the father isn't around anymore, and that Tiny has like a fear of fire. So
Mm.
it's just completely baffling that he's just like has this heroic moment and then this like really forced an unnecessary heroic seeming
Way to
death
send off. Yeah.
that goes against what we were like told about the character.
Yeah,
Like it just seems weird. He's
I
like
do
this is what my
agree.
daddy wanted from me.
Yeah, yeah, I do agree. I do agree that it did feel really out of place in the movie, but then also like then I mean the guy passed away like the next year
Yeah.
after it was out. So it was kind of like, it's nice to have like a last cinematic appearance like that. You know what I mean? I feel like it really, it
But
was
it's not,
fun.
but
It
it's
was
not, but it's
cool.
not like they went into this movie like, all right, we got a clock ticking
No, of
here.
course
He's gonna
not.
die
Yeah, of
next
course
year.
not.
We gotta
I'm not
give a
saying
good
that.
setup.
I'm just saying that it like went in the context of like how things have happened over time, and like, you know, I think it's a nice little send off to him.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
You
cool.
But it
you
is just a baffling creative
It
decision
was.
in
I'm
the
not
moment.
disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that. I 100%.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you also can't get French fried taters without a little flame. So, you know,
With that
it's
little
very
oil
sling blade
spilling on
coated.
you.
He
Yeah.
looks like if Freddy Krueger just had one fucking hooked like blade on his hand.
He is Freddy Krueger Sling Blade. That
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Freddy
good.
Krueger Sling Blade in the NBA.
Yeah. It's like the bus at the end of the second one, but if it was, never mind.
Yeah, goddamn.
It was a little no, that was too tasteless even for me. Let's carry on. Let's carry on.
One of the all-time greatest endings to a film set
Good
to the
rollout.
soundtrack of Freebird by Leonard Skinner.
Can I just say Sheriff Wydell died doing what he loved?
Being a crazy fuck.
being
Strangling baby Firefly almost to
Yeah.
death.
That's fair. So we see images of the family.
I gotta say, if he did strangle her to death, she would have came.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so would I. No,
She
I'm
would
kidding.
have came. It would have immediately became autoerotic at the moment she asphyxiated. Even though,
No, she-
well, I guess just erotic.
Just
not auto.
erotic as
She didn't have a lemon to bite down on. It wouldn't have worked.
And she wasn't even dressed like Batman. I love that joke in South Park because it's just like this irresistible force that causes it to happen. Like
Good.
Real quick. Since the interrogation
R.I.P.
scene
David Carradine.
where she got gutted, like when she just
Yeah.
got fucking filleted open,
Yeah.
I stopped taking notes because I was just like, so I was watching it and I was thinking of things, but I was just like, bro, come on. And then the next note I took was not even fucking Freebird. Not even a fucking Freebird encore can save this abysmal headlining set.
Yeah,
I was
disagree
feeling a
with you.
type of way
I
after this
disagree,
conversation and a big nap for a big boy. I feel a lot better. I was a little spicy, but in between those two notes, I just wrote a paragraph of sentence long insults. Can I read it off?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. If a pair of Oakley glasses were sentient, this would be their favorite horror movie.
This
Dudes that unironically say brother man would go crazy for this shit. And then I put parentheses cop torturing them scene when he puts like the fucking nails.
Yeah.
And then I said
Brother
dudes
man
with sriracha
is a headshot. Continue.
dudes with sriracha bottle tattoos fuck with this shit heavy.
That's so stupid.
Hold on, there's
or
more.
a
There's more.
whisk. Or a
This
whisk
I sent
tattoo.
I actually texted this to Chad last night and I liked it so much that I put it in here. This movie feels like the artistic equivalent of a 32-year-old line cook that flirts with the 16-year-old hostess. This movie feels like it asked if it could quote bum a cig while hitting the Fent pose outside the bar. There's more. Hold on. And I said this one earlier because I liked it a lot. This movie is heterosexual pink flamingos, parentheses, derogatory, parentheses.
Yeah.
This movie feels like it would be an unironic top 1% listener of Tom McDonald on Spotify. This movie, there's only a couple left. This movie feels like a 24-year-old white dude named Tristan who exclusively drinks Vault soda.
Oh, God.
One more. Okay, two more. This movie feels like spending the night at my uncle's house when I was 8.
It felt
I
like
don't
the
have
movie
an uncle.
molested
Don't
you.
worry. I don't have an uncle. It's okay. And then the last thing I said, this movie feels like a Waffle House.
That's yeah. Just has the
And then
aura of
the
Waffle
very next thing in between that like 45-minute chunk of the movie, I was just typing all of those, just anything I could think of. Yeah. And then right here during this scene, there's like the little like flashback cues of like them and like enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And I put Otis being canon and Avenged Sevenfold fan makes perfect sense because they show his bare chest and he has the death bat tattoo, and I'm like, this tracks
Stupid.
so perfectly.
I'm just
Oh
imagining
yeah.
these home movies are just in Otis's head.
Yeah.
Fair,
The
It's
fair.
way they
it's
shot it.
it's so funny how it's just like look at what lovable scamps they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. Just like so funny.
Yeah.
They have
So
ice cream sometimes, dude.
so we see images of the family laughing and smiling together as Otis drives on the highway. Baby and Spaulding lying all bloody in the back seat. The car comes to a stop, and we see a line of pigs waiting for them in the road. Otis wakes them up and hands them some guns. They load up the weapons and smile one last time as they
The,
drive towards their demise, going down in a hail of bullets. And that's the Devil's Rejects. And that's my
and
story, and I'm
it
sticking to it.
it's just so I love when he's handing them the guns. They're both leaning back and he just like wakes them up and Spaulding just looks and he just like sighs and throws his head back and just like the just so tired of it all.
Mhm.
Just I wish I was dead.
Yeah, yeah. Give it a second, you will be.
I thought the car stopped because like Otis is bleeding out and they were just all gonna be dead in the middle of the road
Oh,
before they showed
yeah.
the police blockade.
I think I would have liked that better than giving them their moment of glory because that's like you walked out of the theater in 2005 and everyone was like that's really sick like they had to have won they killed all those cops and then they went continuing on to do rapes and murders because
Yeah.
that's cool to me.
That's cool.
I know that they survived because there's a third movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfucking fortunately.
We don't. Yeah, we do not talk about that movie.
And then Sid Haig was so sick making the movie.
Yeah,
They had like very limited time with him. I
yeah.
think he died during the filming of the movie.
During the production.
So
Yep.
they filmed like two scenes with him and then they just mention offhandedly that he got lethally injected.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
Okay.
just like, yeah, they all survived, but then they lethally injected him and now me and Baby are here and also Otis's brother who we never mentioned before
Literally never.
Oh.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
here.
And like the actor he ended up using him almost as much as he ended up using Sherry Moon Zombie in his movies.
Hmm.
The dude played like one of the clowns in 31. He was like one of the main heels of that movie. Like yeah, like the dudes, and I like that guy as an actor. I like his acting, but just that movie, just there was so many things
It's
wrong with
such a
it.
confusing mess. Rondo,
Yeah,
Danny Trejo is in
yeah,
prison with them, but then he doesn't recognize them,
Oh
and
no.
then they kill him, and then his son comes after them.
very strange. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
He didn't even remember them or know who they were, and but his son knows who they are to
Mhm.
do a vengeance against
Yeah,
them.
it's
This
weird. I
this
know.
this kind of feels like I said, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I know like the whole beef between what was it, J.J. Abrams, like the last three Star Wars movies where it
Yeah.
like bounced back and forth
Yeah,
between
Abrams
people,
and Ryan
and it's like
Johnson
I like
between
this. Okay, next movie
between
we're doing
Abrams
this.
and a competent filmmaker.
But yeah, it was literally just I like this. Okay, well fuck you, I'm doing this, and it's like okay, well this is the last movie, and like that's pretty much what it felt like. And I didn't even finish those. I was like, this is
Yeah.
dog fucking
Yeah.
shit.
And the
Yeah,
same
I
thing
might have
happened,
missed
but
one
it's
or
one
two.
guy
Hmm.
with the Rob Zombie movies, I mean.
Mhm.
Like
Oh,
those have the excuse of the original plan was three different directors, and then Ryan Johnson decided to do a bunch of original good things in his movie, and they said, "We can't have that. We need to undo all of this in the next one."
So
uh,
yeah, I don't know if I mean, I don't know if there's too much like behind the scenes on this one. There's literally an entire movie length documentary on the second DVD of the Devil's Rejects that's just the making of like going through. They had someone shooting from pre-production all the way to post.
Hmm.
So it was like I was like I don't need to watch that.
Nah,
Like I'm good.
you
I'm good.
you
I'm
would
good.
have to really
Yeah, I'm sure
really
when I
love
was
this
younger, I would
movie.
have been all about it, but I was like, nah, I'm good.
I have things to do.
Yeah, there weren't any fun. I don't know if you were able to stumble upon any fun facts in your research, Scott, but
So there is like some trivia that I love this one because this part is just completely, there's no source, there's nothing pointing to it. I just believe in my heart it's true. Bill Moseley loved playing Otis so much that he went on acting like Otis towards his family,
Oh
going
my
days
God.
without showering.
Jesus Christ.
Jared
I
fucking Leto looking ass. No,
I
you don't
just
understand. I know
That's
we're not filming the
horrifying.
scene, but I have to go to the bathroom in the fucking wheelchair.
It's method. It's method.
so
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Matthew McGrory, how come every method actor is a bad person? You ever realize that? No one's ever
That's the
like
method.
no
That's
one's
the
ever like,
method.
I'm starring as
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers in the biopic and I'm
Uh,
going full method, so I'm teaching
yeah.
all the kids in the neighborhood how to ride bikes.
Exactly.
Like it's never that.
It's being I'm method actor. I'm just an asshole.
I've mailed everyone used condoms.
God damn it. Exactly.
What?
Fucking
Uh,
disgusting.
Matthew McGrory, who plays Tiny,
Mhm.
injured his ankle prior to shooting, and
Yeah.
the crew had to find a 7'4" stunt double to replace him for the scene where he's dragging a corpse through the woods.
Oh.
Hmm. Yeah. Zombie talks about that in the commentary that he didn't know it was him and then the woman who is in the dream sequence with Spaulding that both showed up to set with like broken legs on the day that they were set to shoot.
Jesus.
I was like, what the fuck?
I was
Um,
thinking about being the dead woman being dragged through
Yeah, he
the
said she was a
woods. Like,
trooper.
what's it?
She was just willing to
What is
do.
it like having all those leaves up your ass?
Yeah, dude, I know. Up your hoo-ha.
this is such a 2000s guy like Rob Zombie comment. He said he had a tough time casting an actress to play Wendy because he couldn't find one willing to go fully nude for an extended period. He said there were several who would strip naked, but none could act.
Hmm.
That's a very white guy with dreads way to say that.
Uh-huh.
Same. I'll strip nude, but I cannot act whatsoever.
Was
Well, all four of those people in the hotel room were excellent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Best part, that's what I'm saying. Like that scene really is the best part of the movie for multiple reasons because they are carrying the performances
Hmm.
so well. Like I
Yeah.
really, really do think that's the standout scene for a number of reasons, but obviously it's rough to
Yeah,
watch, man.
because I haven't seen this since I was a kid. So I truly only remembered the hotel scene,
Yeah. It's
the
the one.
beginning shootout,
Mhm.
and the Freebird.
Yeah.
And I was like waiting, and I also remember like the brothel.
Mhm.
But
pretty
like
much what
other
I
than
remembered
that, I
too.
don't remember
Yeah.
the torture scenes with them. I don't even remember them getting fucked up or like
Mhm.
losing the upper hand. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, does this not end the way I think it does? And then there's like a 15 minutes in between where I'm like, oh shit, am I watching like an edited version
Yeah,
or like an
yeah.
alternate cut? This isn't going to be good. And then you get fucking the full Freebird. Genuinely the only time I've ever heard Freebird in its entirety and been like pleased
And
because
that's not even its entire that's not
you've
even its
been where
entirety.
I live.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you know how much
I
I've
have.
heard fucking Freebird in my life? Too many times.
I love Freebird, bro.
It's good, but
That shit rips.
goddamn. Goddamn.
Used to get a million points on that one in Guitar
Yeah,
Hero
exactly
2.
what I was gonna say.
Uh
Um, yeah, there's nothing else too
It's
interesting.
not really. It's
Was
not.
there was there anything else in the
No,
commentary?
that's what I was saying. Like, it wasn't really anything. Like, he was just kind of going through and like just the little things that happened on the day of the shoots. Like, them showing up with broken legs, them needing to like find different locations. So they shot pretty much everything around like the Kahiki Palms Motel, like that, and like Spalding's house were right next to each other. So they had to just like cleverly, trick it.
Hmm.
But yeah, he talks about just shit like that, like having to go and find like stumble upon a house that they could use in the middle of nowhere that was already like dilapidated and like fucking broken down and shit. So he's
Yeah.
like, we really didn't have to do a whole lot of set design. We just found these places. I was like, that's kind of cool, you know. But that's about it.
There was there was one more thing. I had it here, then I kept scrolling. Give me 1 second. The shootout at the beginning of the film is very reminiscent of Australian bushranger Ned Kelly and his gang's last stand at Glen Rowan.
Oh.
Hmm.
So do you guys know what a bushranger is?
Mm-mm.
It's just a dude out in the Australian outback with a gun waiting around a tree to just pop out and fucking rob you.
oh.
And
Mm.
I
so
was gonna say it was me after I met Mama Firefly.
This
But
motherfucker.
this guy. This fucking guy. Well played. Well
That was
played.
amazing.
But he's like so they're like sometimes they're almost like mythical criminals in like Australian sort of like folk myth.
Oh, interesting.
And so Ned Kelly, they're like stick-up artists, you know, like they're
Oh,
not
okay.
necessarily bank robbers, but they're out in the wilds getting people, you know, between cities, like taking
Out
their
in the
shit.
bush.
Can I
Yes.
tell you, when you said that and explained it, the first thing that popped in my head, you know, in Final Fantasy, those things that they ride on, they're like chocobos or something.
Yeah,
Chocobos.
Chocobos.
I thought of the Hamburglar ass bandit on a kangaroo just hopping towards you, like giving you a stick up. And I appreciate that you put that in my head because that's the funniest shit I've thought about in weeks.
That's hilarious.
I can
Um,
take Australian people less serious than I can take British people, but I love their goddamn accent.
Yeah, absolutely.
the reason I mentioned this though is that as I read this, I was like, "Oh, that's right." And I'm looking up pictures of it, and it totally matches. I'll show you guys after. But Ned Kelly had a suit of armor that he would wear, and
Oh, sick.
it looks almost exactly
Oh,
like what
that's
RJ's
crazy.
wearing.
Nice.
That's
Like
actually
like
really
like
cool.
all of their masks and everything. Yeah, so that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like what he was like known for. Is he would just pop up covered in metal, and even if you shot him, he's still fine.
I did like that the skull that's painted on the metal is reminiscent of what Otis was wearing in house. It's the same like pattern of the skull paint.
Hmm.
So
Mm.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's a nice little continuity there.
Fucking Bill Moseley said one of the hardest scenes he had to film was the motel scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, the motel scene. I walked off set after that. Of course, after Rob said cut, my stomach was in knots. I went to and expressed to Rob how I felt the scene, and Rob told me that art is not safe. Rob said, "We are not making just a sequel, we're making something special." Then, of course, we had to do like 19 more takes. Priscilla
Jeez.
Barnes was fantastic the whole way through. After
Yeah.
I read the script, I thought I may have to carry her a little, but it was actually the other way around. She was incredible. After we wrapped, I went to my camper to wash up, and she had left a note saying it was one of the best experiences of her career.
Yeah, no,
So,
That's
they
awesome.
all that's what I'm saying. Like he did talk about that scene in particular that like he tried to keep all of the background people, the crew and everybody like away from the set. Like it was just him and the cameraman that were shooting it and the actors. That's it. There was no room for anybody else, period. But he was like, I wanted to make sure that everybody stood away because everybody it was hot in there, everybody was getting agitated and like the real anger was coming out, and that's what you kind of see on screen.
Mm.
And so I was like,
mm.
yeah, it works for it, man. Like it
Yeah.
really.
It's just really funny for Rob Zombie in the middle of like I mean, you know, there's a point where you can argue that like every scene in every movie is unnecessary, but
Mhm.
like truly in the middle of a movie of them like they're the worst at being on the run that I've ever seen anyone ever be. Let's stop for gas. Let's personally one-on-one face-to-face terrorize the people that were carjacking so that they like super definitely
Yeah.
remember it was a clown that robbed them.
Yeah,
Let's go into this motel and chop people up and shoot guns and do
Yeah.
rape. Like
So funny.
just terrible at being on. Let's write the name of the thing that they're calling us so they know for sure this is
It's
our
us. Yeah.
trail. So they don't mistake this as an unrelated chain of rapes and murders. They know it was us.
Yep.
And we'll get ice cream.
But for him to be like, we're not just making a sequel, we're making something special. Robert
Rob-
Ro- Robert Zombert the
Yes,
third. Come on now.
Esquire.
Robert Thaddeus Zombert. Come on.
It's good. All right, wait. We probably reached that point. We can start rating it. For the audience, just so you guys know, we rate out of 6 on this show. Austin, why don't you get your rating over with?
yes. I was gonna ask if I could go first because I have
Get your beak
final
wet, buddy.
note. I have one. My beak has been wet since I saw fucking Mother
Mama
Firefly.
Firefly?
Don't you fucking get me
Yes.
going,
She sure did.
dude. She's a bad. She's a fucking baddie. Like, okay, not the. I want to preface this actually. Let me take a moment. Not the character,
Yeah, yeah,
the actress.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like in hindsight, I'm realizing how that came across, and I'm like, wait, like if it was a
Yeah.
Hear Me Out cake, it'd be Willem
Yes.
Dafoe's character in Finding Nemo. with a fish with the
What
scar,
the
and then it would be
fuck?
Mother Firefly. You know, like it's fucked up, but like it's the persona, it's the energy around him. I don't want to fuck the fish, but I want to fuck the
The
person within
fish.
the fish, like the vibe of the fish. You ever vibe with a fish from an animated Pixar cartoon, Joey? That's how I
Jiro
felt with
dreams
Willem.
of sushi. Why can't Austin?
I do fuck with salmon heavy. So point is,
That's
point
why they're
is,
pink.
Motherfucker.
That's why the salmon in his area are white.
no, they're very, very pink.
Anyway,
Okay.
fucking hell.
The final note in my phone, I feel like sums up perfectly. So I really wanted to go first. Thank you.
Mhm.
I said, I would this was during the credits, mind you. I'd rather watch an hour and 49 minutes of Instagram reel re-uploads of 4K dark web cartel executions than ever rewatch this again. Like straight up
Um,
ISIS beheading videos. And
you're
again, after
fucking.
talking about it, like it's not as bad. I was in a bad mood, but I'm
Yeah.
never gonna watch this. And it does hurt. There's a lot of things from my childhood that I have not touched because I'm like, damn, I fucked so heavy with Doug Funny, but I'm way too afraid to watch it again because I know it's gonna be ass probably. And I don't want
It's
to ruin
better
the
in
memory.
here.
That's what happened. Like Patty Mayonnaise is forever untouchable if I never look at it again. You know? And unlike this movie, it's just tainted forever.
Fair, okay, so what's your
So
rating?
Out of
so
six.
yeah, I'm thrown because I wanted to initially say like two.
Uh, and you can. That's your right as an American.
Yeah, but that's too much.
As a birthright citizen.
Okay, like 1.75. There we go. We're
There we
getting
go.
niche.
Very,
That's
It
very
gets
that's
nice.
one
It's
whole
weird
point.
because that's the first time we've ever had
No,
that rating, and then literally on the last episode, our friend Sean rated the movie like a 4 point something, like 2, 3 or so shit.
I'll
That's
give
so
it
funny.
one full point
We have like
for Mother
fractions.
Firefly
Yeah, of
and
course.
0.75 for Sherry Moon Zombie's ass. So 1.75. That's about all I got out of this movie.
Fair,
Fair.
fair. Evelyn.
I'd say two, just for one, for it being movie shaped.
Mm.
It has a beginning, middle, and end. You know,
It's got that on Man of Steel. I'll
yeah.
say that much. It's got
Cause like in a 5-star rating system on Letterbox, I give any movie that is competent
Mhm.
a 3
Fair.
because it's really hard to make a
Oh,
movie that
yeah.
like
Yeah.
makes sense.
Mhm.
Um, but anything beyond that, it's gotta like really wow me, and
Mhm.
anything underneath is like, wow, you really set this on fire. Uh, but this is like horrendous.
Yeah.
It is movie shaped, so it gets a point for that, and it gets a point for just you know the really good J cuts and the performances that were pretty excellent. Like
No,
all the actors that you know
I truly
brought their
don't.
game.
I truly believe that like you can have performances that don't elevate the movie, but that stand out in their own right, and like
Yeah.
you can watch some of these performances and just be like, oh fuck that, they're just really good actors, like
Yeah.
doing their fucking job. Does that necessarily a good movie make? You know.
No, it's like Captain Spaulding was like a really good role, but he was a lot like Atlas, where like the world was this movie and it was just Captain Spaulding just holding it by his fucking just bare fingers trembling. But yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
no,
thought
I
you
know
were
what you
gonna
mean.
say call me Atlas because I shrugged.
God damn it. No, that was better. I
Uh,
lose.
um, you know, I feel like 100 years from now, when you don't immediately see the name Rob Zombie and go, "Oh, the big edge lord,"
Yeah,
which like
yeah,
even
yeah,
like I
yeah.
enjoy some of his work, but
Mhm.
like let's be honest, you know,
Yeah, of
um,
course.
I feel like at a certain point, people will look at this film and go, "This is such an interesting like." Beautiful deconstruction of how we glorify the wrong things and how this like familiar language and propaganda can be used to make you I caught myself several times like when he's fighting them off in the when they're going to dig up the guns and everything, you find yourself being like, "Oh man, I hope Otis can get out of this," or "How is Otis going to get out of this?" Like somehow
He's
it's
really
able
up against
to
the ropes here.
somehow it's able to lead you to do those things, but I feel like it's more just like a lot of flukes leading to the artistic merit that I do see in this movie. So
Yeah.
based on like what he wanted to do and what how he views the movie, I feel like it's like yeah, like a two. But in 100 years from now, people will look at it and be like, "This is a 6 out of 6 movie." It's such a like it challenges you of like can just using this cinematic language make you cheer for any fucking monster
Mhm.
just by using all these little tropes we usually use for heroes, just by having them eat ice cream while he's sulking and they poke
Yeah,
him in the
yeah.
nose with the ice cream and they laugh and it's such a like cute little moment and it's just like yeah, but they're horrible people.
Yeah.
I think I land in the middle somewhere around a four of like,
Mhm.
God help me, but I do laugh at the jokes, and I did enjoy parts of this movie.
Yeah.
And thankfully slash not thankfully, we've seen enough visitor cues and E.G. the Killers and Irreversibles where getting through the hotel scene, I was like, oh, thank God, it's not as bad as I remembered.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like,
I know for all the shit that we've done on this show.
yeah, which is like it's
That's
a
fair.
weird bar to be like when you've been to the seventh circle of hell, the third
The
really
third,
doesn't seem
second.
that bad.
Oh man. Well, I guess it is interesting because like I said, this is of the two movies, I do think this is just firmly the stronger film.
Really, I
Firmly
feel
st-
I feel the exact opposite.
That's yeah, because I just think again like having the ability to sit with these characters for a little more and like have the get more insight into their just like normal lives felt like more grounded in reality than the first one did for me.
Hmm.
Again, the first one just feels like, oh, they're just roadside monster attractions that just happen to be there when these kids show up that I don't really give a shit about. And it's like, oh, the kids are literally just cannon fodder. And it's just means of like showing you or introducing you to Captain Spaulding, to Baby, to Otis. So it's like that was the thing that got you in the door, but then like Devil's Rejects was like, oh, okay, let's actually flesh these guys out and make them actual viable characters for me. And again, strictly in the context of this world. I understand. I've watched every single one of Rob Zombie's movies. I understand. I have a perfectly like unbiased look at it being like, you know what? They're not all great. they're not all great. Most of them are not great, in fact. But of his movies, like in these types of like in this world, this is the shining example for me of like, hey, this guy actually like had the like he knew what he wanted to do with these characters, and this was him actually getting the chance to sort of finally do that on screen, given the context of like his horror music and like all of the stuff that he did prior to that, all of the stuff with Universal, all of that. Like I think this just feels like the most Rob Zombie-esque movie, and it's him reaching his fuller potential as a director in this movie. Again, having like the music, the needle drops weren't at a place, they felt right at home. A lot of again the performing, he obviously chose amazing actors to perform really well for him, but I do think that it does suffer from the edge lord thing of trying to sort of glorify the villains in that aspect and make anti villains out of them in this movie. I think that was the wrong choice, but I do agree with how how Chad just said it, how it sort of is this deconstruction of like, can we still make people root for the bad guys given the language of film, just literally the language of the film. I do think it's a little more interesting, has a lot more artistic choices than House did. And given all that, I mean, it's also tied to nostalgia for me, man. Like I genuinely think that ending when I saw it was like I was a kid, like I fucking loved it. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. They died like that. That's fucking dope. Like I love that. And
I remember being a Firefly family truther. I was like, oh, they survived. You know,
and you were
like
right, as it turns out. But yeah, and I think
Much like
given
Crank 1, you gotta, we've come full circle yet again. Much like Crank 1, they were alive the whole time and ready for
exactly.
the sequel.
So I think given all of that, I genuinely would probably put this up. Again, I know I'm wrong. I would put this up at a 5.5 out of
You're
6.
not wrong.
I
We
know,
love
like,
you
no,
despite you
yeah,
being
exactly,
wrong,
being
and that
wrong,
makes you right.
exactly. So I because again, it is just tied to nostalgia really, really hard for me. I think this was my favorite of the two films, and I say two, and I mean that shit. Uh,
of the two and only two films he
only
ever
two
made.
films he ever made.
And I want to say real quick, everything you just said,
Mhm.
I can't even argue because Don Mancini is the father I never had, the goddamn goat himself.
Yeah.
And I look at Child's Play 3 and I'm like, you're here, but you don't exist to me. I have the full like the complete Blu-ray
Yeah.
collector's
Yeah.
box.
If
I'm
that one
looking,
goes
I'm
missing,
scrolling,
I'm
I
never
see
gonna.
it and I'm like, whoop. Like it just, and I know even the good ones are slop, but they're perfect.
Oh,
So
they're
I can't
great
blame you.
fucking
I
movies. Yeah,
can't blame
no,
you for
yeah,
loving this movie if
absolutely
that's how you
great
feel.
fucking movies. That's what I'm saying. You know, I can put my bias aside and like say that literally objectively, the other movies that he did were not as strong. Like he was always chasing the high I feel that he reached with this movie, and and yeah, 31 was just stupid fun when I watched it. It's a bad movie. I know that we're probably never gonna do it on this show either. But like I mean, full disclosure, this might be the last Rob Zombie movie we ever cover on this
Yeah,
show.
No,
I can't imagine we'll be doing the Munsters
no,
anytime soon.
we
Yes,
need
yes.
we need to do a 20-minute argument conversation about what the white pony meant
Yeah,
at the end
yeah,
of
yeah.
Halloween 2.
Oh
What are you
my
talking about? There's so
god,
much depth
dude.
there. What are you talking about?
Fucking
I
Yeah,
hate
hell.
that
man.
fucking movie.
Yeah, yeah.
No, actually, this is a good point. House of a Thousand Corpses,
Mhm,
it's I don't like it, but
mhm.
it's really good
Yeah,
at the same time in its own
yeah.
reason. Like I'm not gonna watch it, but I'm gonna be like, damn, that kind of hits on mute. Like, but then I watch the sequel and I'm like, damn, this kind of is shit on mute. Or like, if I
But
was deaf
Mama
or
though.
blind, I'd hate it regardless, you know. And then like Halloween 1 remake, it's like, damn, nostalgic, and I feel like it's really good from my memory. And
Yeah,
then I think of the sequel and I'm like, damn, this is shit from a butt. Like,
yeah.
this is just, what is this? Like,
Oh
this is
man.
just
Yeah,
abysmal. He
yeah,
has like a really good streak with like making a solid movie
yeah.
and then just making a doo-doo streak across it with a
Yeah.
sequel. Like
It's his
Smearing
move.
it in
he
shit.
uses the Dracula card to make skid marks across his already existing
That's good.
IPs.
That's good. Yeah, fair. That's fair. Well, I mean that's gonna close this one out. I think do we have some news for them? Skip?
So we do have a little news. We're gonna be launching at the time in the lead up to this episode our Patreon. So it'll be
Oh,
Ooh.
patreon.com/the Devil's Work Podcast. So for $1 or more, you can become a devil admirer. There will be a devil worshiper tier that we add at a later time, you know, a
yes.
little sizzle for the steak.
Mhm.
But for $1 a month, you can support the podcast, and we'll
Yes.
read out the names of people who support the show as they join.
Absolutely.
But we are planning to roll out some more like benefits and things like that.
Yeah.
But I live in the Bay Area, you live in Los Angeles. We
Yes.
could use it.
I do think it's really cool. So we should explain. We're literally the plan is to launch an entirely ass different show on the Patreon that's going to be exclusive. So would you like to give the name of the show since it
I
was your
figured we
idea?
wouldn't give that much information at this time, but you've already gone pretty
I
far in
we,
here,
why not?
so
Why not? Because it gives them to look forward, something to look forward to. I think it is actually important to drop what we're going to be doing. So,
so yeah, we've been doing a lot of, the show is focused on movies. We're
mhm.
gonna start doing some horror games as well, with the name The
Nice.
Devil's Joystick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited. We are going to be planning. So with this rollout of this show is the companion piece, I guess you could say, to it is going to be uh we're reviving our Twitch streams. Like we've been plugging the streams for like fucking 3 years at this point and have not used them once. So we'll give
Not a
people a
single
reason.
time.
We'll go give people a reason to actually go over to Twitch. So we actually are planning on streaming the games that we're going to be covering or talking about, and you can watch us both. Where it's gonna be both of us. So if Skep's playing, I'm gonna be commentating, or vice versa. There might even be times where we're both playing together. Who knows? But that is the plan. Look forward to that. I'm so excited. We've been working at this in the background, sort of like just planning ideas and stuff, and it's been so fucking exciting. So exciting. So yeah, with and then you're gonna be seeing an upgrade in the picture, the image quality of this show very very soon, actually, too, as well. So we're coming to you in 4K, baby.
The second hundred will be better than the first hundred. We're
Yeah,
so sorry
yeah,
about the
yeah.
last 99 episodes. Bear with us.
So but yeah, so that you will be able to find that on twitch.tv/sideshow, PSY, spell it right, or or twitch.tv/skeptic mo. You can find us, bro. We're probably going to try and do something where we like collaborate with the streams and stuff like that. But yeah, please come and join us. Have a have yourself a night in watching us play. So we're kind of keeping it to spooky games, I think, is what we said. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're mostly sticking to spooky games. So
Yeah,
if
there's
you
enough
like
horror
that kind of thing,
games.
if you like that kind of stuff, if you're into that thing, come and join us. And do we
Yeah.
have our next episode lined up?
Yeah, let me tell them as well though. You can find us at
Oh yeah.
TikTok at the Devil's Work Pod. You can find us on Instagram at the Devil's Work Podcast,
Yep.
and you can find us on Facebook at the Devil's Work Podcast. And if you want to reach out to us, you can reach out via Gmail to let us know how many corpses are in your house at the Devil's Work Podcast at gmail.com. And let me pull up the old spreadsheet of Rooney here, and
While
we're
oh, sorry, while Chad pulls that up, you should also message them and email them not just about how many corpses, but about how many prostates you've milked in your life,
how
just to
many.
keep with the theme of the episode.
Yeah.
So
I don't
we're
look
gonna be
forward to those.
doing. It's been a while since we've done a anime movie, but this is one
Oh,
that
dude.
I'd heard of a while ago, and I've looked into it. It seems very horrific, so I'm looking forward to this. It is the 2001 animated action thriller film by Hiroyuki Okiura, Jinro.
I am
Um,
Mm.
so excited about this because I have never heard of this movie. I have no idea what to expect at all.
I knew there was a there was a subtitle. It's Jinro the Wolf Brigade,
Ooh,
and so
that's a fucking title right there.
it's a lot of political violence, from what I
Ooh,
understand.
interesting.
It's a lot of like dystopia
Damn,
type
this
beat.
next episode's gonna hurt, man.
I have
Yeah.
seen this in so many like what are they called? Like Linkin Park's playing on
Yeah,
YouTube, and
yeah.
it's like
The AMVs,
VMAs or
the
AMVs.
AMVs,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen so many of these like fucking dudes just nerfing people. Yeah, because there's
That's
that
so
one
sick.
scene where he like runs up and it's just like pop, 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 pop. Yeah, no. This
Spoilers.
I haven't seen it, so it's not a spoiler. I just know crawling in my skin, and therefore I know that one scene.
That's fair. That's yeah. No, I'm very excited about this. Go listen to our Gantz episode and our Grave of the Fireflies episode.
Oh, that's right. We did
That
Gantz recently. I was just
yep,
thinking about
yep.
Grave. Yeah, so we've done a couple anime
Grave
films,
just
and
fucking hurts, man.
this
Grave
will be
just
a good
hurts.
excuse to watch this movie. I've heard it's very brutal, very gory.
Man,
Basically, the idea is the Nazis won World War II and occupied Japan, and what happens after that.
oh shit, that's nuts, dude.
Hmm.
That sounds excellent.
Is
Well,
the third one called Devil's Rejects Grave of the Fireflies? So sorry.
No. Hey, Joey.
Yeah.
She never woke up.
Oh boy.
That shit haunts me to this day. I'm sorry. Anyways, continue.
God.
Yeah, go listen to our episode on Grave of the Fireflies, man. Again, that hurt everyone, man. That was the most silent we've ever been,
Mm.
like in a room together.
We're like, oh wait, we're jokes. We're writing jokes.
Yeah. I was just like,
Uh,
I did that to you guys.
All
One
right,
of
you
the
guys.
one of the like four movies that me, Evelyn, and Joey watched
Yeah,
in
yeah,
person
in person
together.
together. Yeah,
We did
then
we
one,
watch that the same day as Vampire's
we
Kiss, or was
did.
that
We
two
yeah,
did. We
different
watched
trips for
all of
back to
me?
them.
back.
Yeah, we watched all of them back to back.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a fucking
We probably should have done
afternoon.
that in the opposite order.
Yeah.
We probably should have watched Firefly, Graves of the Firefly first, and then Vampire's Kiss.
No.
Yeah, just to cheer ourselves up.
Yeah, exactly. The palate cleanser.
Mistakes were made.
So, thank you guys for joining us, and
Yeah, it's
thank
great to
you
have you
guys,
guys.
thank you guys
Thank
for
you for having.
just
It's a
starting this
mitzvah.
shit with us, man. Like 100
No,
episodes,
thank
man.
you,
That's
Joey.
dude. That's nothing to fucking like scoff at. 100 episodes is
It's an
crazy.
accomplishment.
Fucking
This was an
4 years of
idea.
this goddamn podcast.
This is an idea me and Joey had years ago because we just were constantly sending movie recommendations back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked about it for a long time. And then Evelyn, I think, came to the same idea without even knowing that this was an idea
Yep.
and brought it up to Joey. And he told me, "Hey, if we don't do this, I'm going to do this with her." And I said, "You're right. I we need to just start doing this."
Yeah,
And so, like,
and
truly, without Evelyn, this would have not happened.
literally without Evelyn and Austin. I mean, you guys, we had all met in an A24 Facebook group, and
Mhm.
that's how like all of this shit happened. So like,
I
meet your
forgot
internet
about
friends.
And now
that.
those fucking
Yeah.
cucks are going in on
Yeah,
AI
yeah,
technology.
I know, fuck that shit.
No,
I know, dude.
Fuck them all.
I forgot that me and you met in that group chat because
Yeah.
I don't go on Facebook anymore, and I
I
went
know,
in
I
there, and
can't.
all I see is
can't.
that group. That group sucks.
Yeah, it
ass
sucks
now.
ass, dude. Yeah, it's
And I
so
remember I saw you in that group, and you were just getting dogged on,
bad.
and I'm just like, dude, fuck all of you. And I clicked on your profile. I'm like, oh, he looks like a chill guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, if you get bullied that hard and then you still double down and say fuck you in the comments, I'm gonna say friend request. And that was pretty much, yeah.
It's,
That's
it's
the-
the
that's
friends
the-
we made along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks, A24.
I thank you guys so much. I love you guys to death.
Love
I
you too.
cannot
Aw.
fucking imagine doing this show with anybody else.
If
It
if
is
I could
incredible.
ever be part of a murderous family of psychopaths, I would hope you guys could be listed.
Aw.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys listening. Come back for more. We're just getting started, man. 4 years, we're just getting started.
Look, if the coffee table is a dark comedy,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we can say this is too.
Oh,
So
wait,
pitch
is that a
black,
comedy?
man.
I still haven't seen that. I want to see that.
bro,
Oh,
Does
it
someone
is-
get their
it is-
prostate milked on the coffee table?
You
It's a
fucking
something
fucking-
something falls on the coffee table.
Oh
It's-
shit.
It's a yuck fest,
it-
I'll tell you that.
Is it like
Yeah.
does someone get like a prolapse from the
You
milking
go
and
ahead
it like
and
falls on the
what you're
coffee
gonna-
table?
What you're gonna want to do is go ahead and listen to that episode.
I don't want to listen to it if I haven't seen the movie, but I will watch
the
that.
best part is us and everyone who's seen the coffee table knowing just how fucking like morose and devastated Austin's gonna
Oh,
be when he sees
Yeah,
what
it's
really
real
happened.
bad.
I thought it
It's
was
real bad.
actually a comedy. I was
No,
like, damn,
it
I heard
is.
that was
That's
fucked.
the thing. It is,
It's-
but you will
it-
also
it's-
feel like
it's-
shit.
It's so fucked that there's certain points where the only human response you have is laughing.
Mhm.
So
Because-
it's just it's Spanish happiness
I was literally gonna say happiness. Yeah, that's
because that's why I love it so much. Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
what
100%.
happens with the coffee table is so like horrific and beyond the pale, and then 45 minutes into the movie, like an hour has passed in real time, and he's still trying to pass it off like nothing has happened.
yeah.
And there's
It's rough,
unfortunate
dude.
there's unfortunate hilarity in a guy like standing in front of the mistake to like make it so you can't see it behind his back. And when it's what it is, you're like, it just you can't help but laugh.
Yeah, it'll break.
I'm
you.
getting. We're gonna end it here, but I'm getting a vibe of like Spanish Weekend at Bernie's meets.
There's an
have you
element.
seen-
That's-
Have you seen that commercial? It's like a commercial or a short film. It's called like The Slap, and it's like someone slaps a kid at a barbecue, and then
Yeah.
everyone just starts getting slapped.
Yeah.
It's like those two meet. That's what I'm getting essentially. From
Yeah,
it.
kind of.
Pretty
It
much.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
In a weird way. In a weird, very
Alright, good.
accurate.
I
right.
completely forgot about that. I was hyped. Okay, I'm done. All right.
When you see what happened, just text us both Dios mio. We'll know what it means.
All right, you guys. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, all that shit. You know what to do.
And 100 more.
And 100 more.
This is
Peace,
our
you
this is
guys.
our fate, to be cursed, to be tied to this rock like Prometheus before us.
Getting milked 100 times as our liver gets pecked from within.
Getting milked by the